Big poppin', money in the bank, coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me big poppin'. Money in the bank, coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me what the topic.
What's poppin'? Wait a minute, hold on. First of all, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the bar. It's your favorite doc tender, That Girl Henny. And I am about to pour up some hot shots for you in this, what's going to turn out to be probably a long live, the way that you guys like it. So if you are new here, welcome. Please be sure to like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Click the notification bell, select all so that you get notified whenever I do a video. Now, today's pour up is a little bit of a gumbo. And of course, I know that you guys are here because you want to know what is going on with old Blueface. Okay. So it looks like with Blueface, Wack 100 once again drops the ball and lets another one of his artists down and leads them into the road of debt. Because as you could tell from the title and the thumbnail, Blueface has lost a civil suit. Are y'all ready? For $1.17 million. How does this happen? I know. How does this happen, right? So before we get into that, I also want to let you know we have some big U updates coming. We have throw some Henny glasses in the chat if y'all are here for some big, aside from the Blueface. You guys want to know about what's going on with Big U, throw some Henny glasses in the chat for that. I also have some Chris Breezy information. You could throw your Henny glasses in the chat for that. We're going to also talk about 50 Cent suing his baby mama. And he's not suing Daphne Joy. He is suing Shaniqua. Okay, that is Marquise's mom. So we're going to talk about that too. What else are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Shannon Sharpe because there's some information out there that people aren't really getting into when it comes down to Shannon Sharpe. So we're going to talk about Shannon Sharpe as well. And whatever else just comes to my mind while we are chatting, because we are getting back to the bar basics. And just so you guys know, I do have another channel. It was a backup channel to this channel that I have decided to make a whole different channel. And that's where I'm going to dive deeper into other court docs, kind of like the Epstein files and things of that nature. And that's going to be more on kind of like a true crime vibe, but I'm not really entering into the true crime vibe. If you catch what I'm saying, we're just going to be talking about stuff over there. But y'all make sure that y'all go follow Bar and Order. You can find that by typing in Henny, That Girl Henny 2.0, and it'll bring you right over there. You probably may already be following that channel, because it was my backup channel. So if you were following the backup, then you probably are ahead of the game. Now, as y'all can tell, I am inside of Henny Studios, all right, and it is 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's a little warm in here. it's a little warm, just a little bit, okay. Henny Legal is the bomb. Shout out to Henny Legal. Okay. I've got a lot of information to give to you guys, a lot of information on, we're going to look into this. I'm looking at some of the stuff that was already given to me. Oh, I can't. Why can't I open this document? Okay. So there's something Henny Legal. There's something in the home stuff that I can't get into. All right. So let's go ahead and without further ado, let's just get you into all of the hot Henny that is going on with Blueface. Now, y'all already know that Blueface had his lawsuit against Soulja Boy's baby mama, which was Jacqueline Martinez. And you guys know that he lost that suit. Well, if y'all remember, I also told y'all about his lawsuit two other lawsuits, civil suits that he had out there with one Kentabius. Oh, see, it's starting already. It's starting already. I don't like when it starts to glitch on me. That means I'm going to have to go inside. I don't want to go inside. I don't. I wanted to show y'all my new bar aesthetic. Anyway, Kentabius Traylor And he also had a civil suit with a gentleman by the name of Jarvis Hurd. Now, just to refresh your memory, Kentabius Traylor is the one who was grazed or shot in the hand at the Euphoric nightclub. And that's who Blueface was originally puming at. Well, Jarvis Hurd is the gentleman whose car was run into when all of that hoopla began to hoop line around there in the parking lot. And he said that his car was totaled in the process because Contavius crashed into his car trying to get out of the parking lot. So he sued Contavius and he sued Blueface. All right. So just to go down memory lane, let me just go ahead and let me refresh y'all on what's going on with these court docs. So let's get them up on the screen and let's stop chitty chatting about this and that. And we gonna pour up the damn Henny like y'all came here for me to do. Now let me go ahead and let me get my watermark up because you know watermarks are very important out here in these YouTube streets. All right. That's not the one I want. I want that one. Okay. So as y'all know, this is the lawsuit that he had with Jacqueline Martinez. And the reason why she was suing him was basically for defamatory statements that he was making about her, saying that her child was possibly his and yada, 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 yada. Right. Well, we all know that Jacqueline got a judgment for her for $123,243.10. Right. Right. We also know about Blueface having this lien on his home too. So let me go ahead and let me pull that up for you guys so that we could go down a little bit of that memory lane. And y'all can see this for yourselves. Where is it? Okay. That lien on his home, at the time when it was put on there, hold on, let me back up. Back up, Henny, you're going too fast. The Euphoric Gentleman's Nightclub, okay? They ended up suing Blueface and they won their lawsuit for $15,005,162.60. That was the total of their writ of execution when it came down to him. But remember, they moved their case from Vegas because that's where this happened at. From Vegas over there to California. And hold on. Still can't get to it, but it's okay. Anyway, they moved their suit from Vegas to California. And when they moved their suit from Vegas to California, I'm trying to find the doggone where is the window? Jesus, I had the window. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. Boom. Sorry. See, y'all thought I didn't have it. I do. So there goes his lien that is still on his home. And you see it is for the Euphoric Gentleman's Nightclub. Now, this is collecting interest. It's accruing interest each day that it sits there. Let me just go ahead and let me show y'all this screen as well. So this is the actual paperwork. And when it was entered in, the judgment that they entered in on 5/17/2024 was $14,891. I'm sorry, $14,891,435.59 was the original judgment. And that was put on last year. It's been a whole year. So he's been accruing interest. He's at 15 million now, maybe pushing, who knows? I don't know. I'm just making an assumption because I don't see that information anywhere available in public records right now. But that's where he's at with his home. And so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that brings us to what has us here today. We are gathered here today. Oh, I had this paper right here that I needed to show y'all. Hold on. One more thing. This was the paper that I was trying to show y'all. Boom. So right there, the total amount due at the time of this documentation right here for the Euphoric Nightclub. What's the date on this? Hold on one second. Let me get the date on it. I'm looking for the date. Either way, we know that this right here. 7/3/2024, the total amount due, which is right here, on this line. was $15,005,162.60. All right. And then it says add daily interest from the date of the writ. And the daily interest on this was $3,941.46. So what we're going to do right here is I'm going to pull out my handy dandy calculator. I sure am. And I'm about to add this up right now for y'all to find out exactly how much it is that he owes at this particular point in time. And we are going to say, we're going to take that 3,000 that's down there, $3,941.46. And we're going to times that by 365 days, which brings us to a cool extra $1,438,632.90. And if that be true, and that's where we are at right now when it comes down to Blueface's paperwork, baby, that means that Blueface is now looking at $16,443,795.50 just on the Euphoric nightclub alone. Okay. Then we're going to factor in all of this that went down with Jacqueline Martinez as well, because baby, we're going to tally this up. Because where's your management? Your manager is all in the videos. He all in the videos dancing, y'all. That's where he at. He all in the videos dancing. So, hold on. And now we're going to factor in this little sum over here of $123,243.10. So right now he's sitting at $16,567,038.60. Now that's before we even get into all of this stuff that happened with Kentabius. Is it Contavius? It is Contavius. Okay. So Contavius, let me share it to y'all now. Contavius, the guy who was pumed in the hand. It says, where are my glasses? I ain't got my glasses, but it's okay because I can still see. So don't y'all come for me. All right. Nope, I ain't got my glasses. All right. On October 8th of 2024, the plaintiff's application for default judgment against defendant Jonathan Porter, aka Blueface, was filed before the Honorable Judge Susan Johnson. Through today's date, defendant Jonathan Porter, aka Blueface, has not appeared in this case, nor has any opposition to the underlying application been filed. So what does that mean? Well, we know that Blueface could not show up to court because Blueface is in Click City out there in California, scrabbling all over his face. And I don't know if he's working out or what he's doing, Jesus, because we all just trying to figure out what is his build, like what is he working, is he pushing weights or not? So that means that nobody even bothered to show up to court on his behalf to give an opposition to what Kentabius has filed. It said the plaintiff's application is hereby granted. This court has reviewed the pleadings and paper on filing herein and have held a hearing on May 15th of 2025 at 8:30 a.m. and hearing testimony of plaintiff Kentabius Traylor and accepting evidence within this case finds the following: that on October 8th of 2024, plaintiff, which is Blueface, which is Contavius, filed the underlying complaint against Blueface and the Euphoric nightclub. Okay, proof of service was given to them. All right, default was entered, and so for good cause appearing on an application for default judgment along with testimony and evidence presented at the hearing, the court awards the following: past medical specialists. Okay, they're awarding him $4,031. Let me just put my thing up. I don't use that color. All right. And then for pain and suffering, they're offering him $1 million. All right. Now we're going to scroll on down. It says the plaintiff's future award of interest would be calculated on base principle. Okay. Whoa. Let me go back because I'm skipping stuff. All right. Plaintiff is awarded past interest in the amount of $170,000 and $170,699.01 for the passing of 591 days between the date of service of August 24th, 2024, and the date of the hearing, May 15th, 2025. The plaintiff's future award of interest would be calculated based on the principal amount of the $1,004,031 and shall not be compounding. Okay. And then we're going to get down here to a breakdown of everything. It is hereby ordered that the plaintiff's application for default be granted and the plaintiff's award be in the total of $1,174,731.01. That boy is looking at almost $18 million in debt when he come home. $17,741,768.60 is the exact amount that he's coming home to in debt. He's gonna be in debt to this right here. Now I'm sorry and not sorry at the same damn time. But this sounds very eerily familiar because we watched the game lose his house. Did we not? Henny Glasses in the chat. If we, if you remember, we watched the game lose his multi-million-dollar house for his lawsuit that he had out. That's being sold as we speak. Okay. And if you're like me, I know for me, I was sitting back like, well, what the hell? Sorry, y'all. If you like me, I was sitting back like, well, what the hell has Wack 100 been doing? Because didn't he say that he takes care of his artists' personal stuff? He pays their bills and he does all this other craziness for them. But if that be the case, then why are your artists in so much debt? Anybody who is an artist or under his management or whatever the hell you want to call it, it seems like they all end up in some type of trouble. The game is in trouble. Tekashi 6ix9ine got in trouble with the IRS underneath Wack's watch. Now Blueface. And what has he been doing? Talking about everybody business except the business that he should have been talking about. He over here on Vlad yippering and a yappering about what's going on in the Diddy case. Mind you, this man did not set foot in New York, not one time. Nor did anybody who was one of his well-known minions get put up to come out there to New York. I didn't see Bullets Gotti out there, and ain't he in New York? You wasn't in the courtroom, the main courtroom. You wasn't in the overflow room. I ain't even see you outside, partner. I ain't seen none of them outside. But here he is talking. And this is what I mean when I be going off saying people just spinning narratives and don't even know what they're talking about because they wasn't even there. But this
trial hadn't started. Right. I've learned a few things while watching the trial. You were dead on a lot of things.
I totally nailed it. If you look at my interview with Shirley Jew at the Hollywood Unlocked Awards a couple of days before the verdict, I exactly said what was going to happen in the verdict.
Nailed it.
Yep. You don't have a problem with it? I mean, I feel so bad for it.
When I came today, I brought my P. Diddy with me. You know what I'm saying? For those of y'all, don't go start telling me because it is R&B. So Vlad says, what the hell does that mean? I don't know what that
He referring to his woman as his own personal P. Diddy. How insulting.
Me. Well, I got my, what I did learn is that I've been blessed. I don't have to call out a bunch of different people to get all these services.
He don't have to call nobody to do any of these services because he be using his people on Clubhouse, allegedly, according to what we've heard in the past. Did anybody forget about Danny telling us about the morning phone calls and stuff like that be going on, the FaceTime hunching and all of that? Yeah.
Not all at once. So I'm like, baby, you my real P. Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about this comparison here.
I'm telling you.
I don't even think she likes the comparison right now. Does she like it? She can shake your hand right now. She does not.
Nobody wants to be called a damn P. Diddy. Nobody wants to be called that, especially if you really sat through that trial. See, this the ignorance I be talking about. You ain't sitting out one day on them hard-ass benches like the rest of us who did. You ain't come home with your body aching from sitting on a damn hard-ass bench all damn day. It's like sitting on a damn church pew without no goddamn cushion. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm trying to see something. Am I pointing here? I need to see. Am I pointing here? Am I pointing at the screen? Okay, yes, I'm pointing at the screen. All right. I got it. That's all I needed. But anyway, don't no female and don't no male want to be called no damn P. Diddy, because that is not a compliment. That is an insult. Okay? That means he ain't read not a transcript. That means he don't know all of the debauchery and the diabolical oochie coochie la 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 that was going down. He ain't seen not near person that got up on that stand and testified. He ain't not near another. So when I be popping it the way I be popping it about people like him and people like Vlad and people like academics and people like them that didn't go to the trial, yet they spinning narratives on the trial. Like if you wanna interview somebody who been to the trial and interview a couple people to get a couple 2-3 opinions and then draw your own conclusion from there, because that's how usually educated people do things. But anyway, this ain't about them. This is about him and the fact that he is costing all his artists money while he out here doing this.
Not like me calling P. Diddy.
So what don't you? No, I ain't saying calling her P. Diddy.
You just did.
The things P. Diddy was, oils and the sexual fantasies and.
Yeah, we know the oils, the sexual fantasies, the peeing on people. We already know that you like the pee lick. Your woman, you like to lick it clean till it don't taste like pee no more. You already done told us that on No Jumper. He ain't never gonna live that down with me, you guys. He's never gonna. The way y'all be saying that Diddy is not gonna be able to live down the fact that he was rubbing fun time jizz on his nips. He ain't never gonna be able to live down the fact that he said that R&B squatted and peed outside by the railroad tracks and he licked her punana clean till it didn't taste like pee no more. You ain't gonna live that down. So you telling me that you with all of that debauchery freakiness as well?
You don't do all that?
Yeah.
There you go. It's just, listen, if I ever get in trouble, let me tell you what
directions right now.
The only thing that can happen is I can only get one count.
One out.
That's it.
We're tricking?
One count. It ain't tricking if you got it, and guess what? The trick can go both ways.
Henny Glasses in the chat if you are not impressed and actually grossed out. You could throw vomit emojis if you want to.
Were you surprised at the verdict? Because I obviously wasn't, because I called it.
I'm going to say what I was surprised at.
Okay.
The days prior, a week prior, where they start dismissing charges.
Right, kidnapping and so forth, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you why. It's like, those people that took the stand, I'm pretty sure when they interviewed those people prior to, the story was the same.
Okay, let me be very clear, because everybody was confusion when it came down to what the prosecution actually dismissed. And this is where ignorance is not so bliss. Okay, they did not dismiss the kidnapping. They did not dismiss the arson. They dismissed actions like aiding and abetting, attempted kidnapping, aiding and abetting attempted kidnapping, aiding and abetting arson. Why? Because when you have a charge like that, you can go into aiding and abetting, attempting, coercing, like all of that stuff. Then you go into that. That's what was removed. Okay. It wasn't the actual charges, which means you wasn't even really paying attention, and he ain't the smartest room in the bear. I keep telling y'all, this nigga think he Yogi Bear. He think he's smarter than the average bear, and he's actually not. Oh yes, I'm back on his ass. Y'all missed me. Did y'all miss me?
Guy, I think you interviewed the Punisher.
Yeah.
Said that when they talked to him sometime back, he told them exactly what he got on the stand and said. So my thing is, why would you bring these charges when you know the story that's being told to you doesn't support them?
Right. I interviewed 3 different escorts. Punisher, RICO Bozant, and Don the Dealer. All the stories were pretty much the same.
Yeah, so
it was all consensual. Cassie and Jane Doe. We all know who that is.
Doe, yeah.
We're all with it. None of them felt uncomfortable. The man even said, if I thought that the woman didn't want to be there, I would have done it.
So now let me go back to what my points have been. Okay, because I know for me, I'm not one of them people that likes to bring people into a lot of stuff. If you see me and my dude out in public and we just had a knockdown, drag them out argument in the privacy of our own home or even the privacy of our own car, you ain't gonna know that we had an argument because I'm not gonna show or display any of that. You'll see us holding hands, walking down the street as if nothing ever happened. You know why? Because my granny always taught me you don't show the world that you having issues within your relationship. Because when you show the world that you having issues within your relationship, be it the man displaying it or the woman displaying it, what you don't know is who's around you that's plotting on the person that's with you. And all they waiting for is that moment to be able to be that shoulder to cry on, to slide right on in. Okay? So you don't know if you there and you high off the E-pill, and I'm just being honest, and you high off an E-pill, you high off of a Molly, you high off of GHB, ketamine, and all the other stuff, the 2C and all of that stuff right there. You are in a party mood. You are not going to be there sending smoke signals because now you're ready. You're DTG. You're down to go. But see, the part that everybody keeps skipping over is the fact that the women said that they were with the shits in the beginning, until they became not with the shits. At what point do people not get that? But anyway, this ain't about that. But I'm saying this is what he's on Vlad doing while Blueface and the game are losing their homes, are losing millions of dollars, having to pay out these civil lawsuits. He's over here in everybody else's business, running his damn mouth instead of running his damn management skills, because he ain't got none. He ain't got none. Okay, look, I came back over here to check on y'all and see what y'all was saying, and that's the first thing that I said. That's exactly what my granny said. This right here, that a shoulder to cry on become a to ride on. Okay, exactly. Keep that door closed, baby. Thank you, Yvette. I can't stand him. But anyway, this is what he was over there doing. And then, since we're doing a little bit of whack, I might as well just go ahead and talk about it. This dude talking about he got a little badge, right? He done flashed a badge. Talking about it's a policeman's brother to get him out of stuff. Dude, you feeding a narrative, and that's cool. You feeding a narrative, but child, you knew what you was doing because he was trying to go viral. Okay, and that's why I ain't gonna get too deep up in it. I'm just gonna touch on it right there because I told y'all a long time ago, this man spins the narratives and creates them and keeps it freaking moving and keeps it going. That's what he do. That's what he do. He knows everybody is outing him. Everybody is calling him CS2 rat and all of that stuff out here. So he's playing into the narratives. I ain't about to play into it. I've always been the one to call it out the way it is, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do. Speaking of calling it out the way that it is, and speaking of old three-finger duty shooter PP Liquor, I do have a big U update as well. Now this ties back to Wack. It ties back to Wack. All right. So it's not anything that's too major, but I feel like it is. Hold on. Okay. I feel like it is worthy of actually speaking on it. I was doing a video on this, but I figured, forget it. We just going to do a live. So update on Big U, you guys. All right. So it looks like on July 16th of 2025, which is this month, there was a status conference that was held. And as you can see, Big U still in custody, no bond. Tremaine Ashley Williams, still in custody, no bond. Now, I know some people have asked me, why is it that they are in custody with no bond? You got to remember, a lot of people are, they don't know. So if you do know, don't be coming for people who don't know. Okay. So the reason they don't have any bonds is because they are accused of violent crimes. And that is to my understanding. Okay. Ashley here is the only one. He's retained a lawyer. All right. But anyway, during this status conference, okay, it was deemed that the government shall produce an index of discovery to the defense by August 13th. Now, by August 13th, that means that Big U can find out everything that the government has on him. So this is going to be interesting to find out what comes out when this date happens. A status conference as to all defendants is set for September 3rd, and that's going to be at 9 a.m. Okay, so they'll all be there, and then the parties may file joint status reports on August 27th of 2025. So it looks like the discovery is about to be coming out really soon on Big U, not out to the public, but at least out to the defendants that are in this case. And one of the things that everybody has been waiting to find out is who are the people that were involved. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're not going to find that out until it actually goes to trial, more than likely, unless something begins to leak out. And if it does leak out, I would not be surprised if it came from Loose Coochie Ashley, because you know his lips just as loose as his bussy. So I seriously doubt that he's going to keep his mouth shut and not leak something out. Something going to come up. Something going to come up, unless him and old girl are finally falling out. Moving right along to the next thing that we have on the agenda. No, we ain't moving right along. I'm going to say my piece on this one. All of that I just talked about. I talked about Blueface. I talked about the game. And I just talked about Big U, right? All of them have one person in common, and that is the demon named Three Finger Duty Shooter, PP Liquor. That is what we have. They all have in common. Okay. Be it direct, meaning that management, or be it some type of friendship. This just to me is complete debauchery that has been going on. Diabolical bullshit that has caused people to end up losing a lot. Now, you do remember what Big U is charged with, right? He's charged with a RICO. And I am still going to give y'all the video because it's going to be a little refresher. So when y'all see the video, please go watch it and like it. And I'm going to bring all the charges and everything up in it. But I mean, if he loses that RICO, he has an asset forfeiture. He's going to lose everything if he ends up losing his RICO. Like, this man is a liability. He's not an asset to nobody except for Vlad and Adam 22. And Adam 22, I still say what I was saying months ago. He's a liability for your behind too. So you keep on playing with him and watch how you end up where you don't want to end up, fooling around and effing around and finding out. Now, who y'all want to hear about next? Y'all want me to get into what everybody ain't talking about with Shannon Sharpe, or y'all want me to talk a little bit about Breezy? I'm gonna let y'all tell me where we finna go this morning. Are we about to talk about Breezy, or we about to talk about Shannon Sharpe? What you say? I feel like he is doing this on purpose to Blue and just acting like he's helping, but hasn't really helped him at all. That's a fact. Let me tell you something. Wack 100 stays in Blueface's personal business. Wack 100 will get up here and he will talk about Blueface's personal life with Krishan, his relationship. He gets up here, he talks about his child. He gets up, like, he will get up here and be so involved in the personal business, but he's not involved in the business that's supposed to be paying him as his management. Okay. Blueface needs to completely get rid of him, but now he's so indebted. Oh, look at y'all. Breezy, fine ass. Okay, Mercy said Shannon. I'll do Shannon after. They looking like Breezy winning. Adam 22 has 2 assault cases. Listen, Adam 22 has court docs. I believe I read those court docs, but didn't nobody want to hear. You know, I've been giving y'all the hint about Adam and Adam's whole, hey, Uda, and Adam's whole lawsuit that he had from the 2 ex-employees. I know I brought y'all that paperwork. If y'all want me to spin the block on them 2 employees drop them Henny glasses in the chat, and we could spin the block on that, because you know that's what we do. We trending topics and celebrity court docs is what we doing over here. But be sure you're following Bar and Crime on YouTube, because that's where we're going to get into a lot more of the Epstein files and all of that stuff, because I know there's a lot of y'all that like that stuff. So yeah, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for y'all, so y'all can go and y'all can subscribe. I'll also be sure to add it into the description box below. But in the meantime and in between time, I see some Henny glasses going in the chat. So y'all want me to spin the block on Adam 22? Okay, we can spin the block on Adam 22. So it looks like y'all want to talk about Breezy. All right, let's get to Breezy, and then majority rules. I asked, majority rules. So if you didn't want to hear about Breezy, you should have said something. You didn't say nothing. All right, so we all know that Breezy caught himself a case over there in the UK. And we also know that the same person who filed that paperwork over there in the UK also came to California. All right. They added 2 charges to Breezy's case. Now, let me take y'all back. Hold on, because I'm speeding through. Henny, slow down. Henny, slow down. Slow down, baby. Let me just go ahead. Let me slow down for you for a second. All right. Now, where we gonna go? Let's open up this one first, which is the dang. I got all this stuff in my inbox. Where is it? Oh, Lord. Okay, I got it. All right, so we're going to go. That's the 17th. Okay. All right, so let's get into this, because this is the case that was brought over from the UK. And this was the gentleman who was saying that Breezy committed, assault on him. And it was filed in the California courts. Okay, so this is that original court doc. And I believe we read this already a while ago. I be covering a lot of stuff, child. I really do. I got to start keeping up with my keep up. All right. So in this civil suit, I don't know how to say his new Amadou. That's his name. Amadou or Abe, right? So Amadou is alleging that Chris Brown brutally assaulted him at Tate nightclub in London during his Under the Influence tour back in 2023. And Amadou claimed that Chris Brown hit him over the head with a Don Julio tequila bottle, and then continued stomping him while unconscious. And it resulted in him getting some head injuries and torn ligaments. And the suit also referenced that Chris Brown has a violent history. Okay. But anyway, he filed this amended complaint in February of 2024, but the trial has not been set for that as of yet. Okay. So that's that one. Now, where we start getting into the update, because I know y'all like, okay, Henny, we don't went there already. Where's the update? It's coming. Relax. I got you. It's right here. Boom. Now I want y'all to look at this, because this is the UK's paperwork. They paperwork is funny style. This is their paperwork, y'all. This is what the UK look like. Anyway, so in this court case, they have added, remember they were saying that they added 2 charges to Chris Brown's case? Well, 2 counts. These are the counts that they added, because the first one was attempting to cause grievous bodily harm with intent, right? Then the 2 that they added were assault occasioning actual bodily harm. Occasioning. I really had to look to see what the hell they were talking about, because they speak so proper. All right. And then it says that He's charged with the count of having an offensive weapon. Y'all, I was confusion when they said a weapon. I mean, we know you can yield a Don Julio bottle as a weapon, but I guess we should add this to the list of, I guess, a Don Julio bottle. Is as dangerous as a firearm. I'm not laughing at somebody else's pay, but I'm just saying, what the hell are we talking about here? But anyway, that's what he's being charged with, y'all. He's being charged with those 3 counts. And Breezy goes back to court in October over in London. He has pled not guilty. And I don't know if he's still on tour or not, but what I will say is Breezy is continuing to casually pick up his bag and sell out arenas. So I don't know. I just feel like leave Breezy alone at this particular point in time, because I mean, y'all know Breezy is a thug. He is a thug. He is not no R&B smooth. Not saying that other dudes are, but he's not one of them R&B dudes that's R&B smooth that you gonna R&B punk neither. Okay, and that's what people need to get out their head. Breezy, I got there's a video of Breezy. He got that red bandana tied on his microphone. Okay, he got a microphone that looked like it's covered in diamonds, and it's hanging down, and he's singing it. Tell me, ooh. Wait, let me do it. Who's getting all my love? Wait, no. Hold on. Let me do it like this. Let me do it so y'all can get somewhat of the effect. Let me take this off the screen. Hold on. I got to take the thumbnail. Let me take it down. He's sitting up there saying, tell me who's getting all my love. And as on the cord of the mic is a red bandana. He's wooing. You better leave Breezy alone. Y'all better leave Breezy alone, honey, because he gonna pull out that Don Julio. He gonna pull the Julio out on you, and you gonna be lumped and bumped. Now, what I don't know is what the whole backstory is behind Breezy and this guy. Like, what transpired? We don't have the whole situation. So we don't know what all transpired when it comes down to him and this guy. Like, what did you do? What did you do to Breezy? Because I mean, the way this is reading is like he's just walking around with a Don Julio bottle in his back pocket, and he's just whipping it out on some shut up, man. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, Miko. Tell me I'm lying. That's all. Just tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying and I'll stop. But I'm not lying. Anyway, so you guys already know about what happened with Shannon Sharpe. Yes, all in the video. No, Popperton, it was a Julio bottle. What I'm supposed to do if it was a Julio bottle? Now, Shannon Sharpe. Shannon, and his Michelle. I mean, his Jane Doe. So Shannon Sharpe, you guys, has apparently, by way of Tony Busby, he has settled his lawsuit with his ex-girlfriend, Gabrielle Zuniga, who is the Jane Doe in this case. But remember, Shannon got on his petty, okay? And that's how we know her name is Gabriella Zuniga. I think I'm saying it right, or Zuniga. It's Zuniga, okay? I said Zuniga. That's what it is, okay? That's what it is. It's Zuniga, all right? So he outed her Because he said, you're not finna drag me through these streets and keep your name anonymous. I'm about to put your business out there. That's how we found out that she worked over there on the OnlyFans. And then remember, she was charging him $25,000 a cheek. Well, listen, I ain't got no BBL and I ain't got no bubble booty. I got a nice little something. I got a nice little cushion. It's $10K per cheek. I'm gonna stop my foolishness. Anyway, so he settled this according to Busby. Now let's get serious because we talking about what happened. I don't want to, get lost in translation. Now he being Tony Busby, went to his Twitter, which to me, y'all already know how I feel about Busby, okay? Y'all know how I feel about him. Y'all know I side-eye him. He's like the ambulance chaser of all ambulance chaser. They talk about Tyrone Blackburn and his lies. Tony Busby be having his lies popping too. But, I'm just saying. Where the hell is my picture? I'm trying to get to my damn picture, y'all. Hold on. I just had it. They got me messed up. Okay, there it is. All right. So in his tweet, Tony Busby comes out, not in paperwork, y'all. That's why I said so freaking unprofessional. Comes out in a tweet and says on April 20th, 2025, the Busby law firm filed a complaint in Nevada, making several allegations against Shannon Sharpe on behalf of our client, Gabriella Zuniga. Both sides acknowledge a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship. In other words, they were toxic as hell. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutual agreed upon resolution. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice. So they have settled the case for an undisclosed amount because we don't know what the amount was that they settled for. And while this case has been settled, there's another case that people ain't talking about, which is kind of baffling to me because, Shannon had this case, but Shannon also had this case. Right here. Remember Michelle? Apparently, Shannon likes the name Michelle because at first, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I told y'all that this was the My Michelle. And part of me still feels like this is My Michelle. I don't care. I still feel like this is My Michelle here, even though she said that wasn't her in the tape. I don't know. But anyway, remember we read her lawsuit way back when? Because she filed this in April 26th of 2025 in New York Supreme Courts. Remember that? Well, it looks like April has done not one, not two, because this is the second one, which was a clarification of notice. She was trying to she has done now a third amended complaint, which was filed on 5/9 of 2025. So while everyone, if you missed that video, I will be sure to add that to the end screen of this video. But she still has her lawsuit out there. Hey, Smoked Out. She still has her lawsuit out there. So Shannon ain't out the woods, but what I will tell y'all is this. Shannon has been trying to stop Michelle's lawsuit. And I find that very, very interesting because he didn't try to stop Gabriella's, but he's trying to stop Michelle's. And I don't know if that means that he's doing that because Gabriella, I don't know. I don't want to add no, but I'm going to tell you what I heard. what I heard and what people is saying, because this is the buzz around people that I've spoken to about this. And what they've been saying is the reason he wanted to settle this with Gabriella is because she's still the young tenderoni in this situation. And Michelle, her time has kind of expired. So she's kind of like an elder woman, you know. So he don't want to settle with her because he don't even want to admit that he been with her. But he's been trying to stop this girl bag. But he let Gabriella's go through. What y'all think? Y'all think that's why he doing it? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But it sounds all so suspicious to me. It don't sound suspicious to you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right, what is this? Ah, there it is. Oh, this. Oh, wait a minute. Let me retract and let me correct myself. This was her first her first suit. Okay, back in July 31st of 2024. That was the first lawsuit. Then we got hold of it in April 26th of 2025. That's when we got hold to it. But she filed another one after that, which would bring us to this filing right here that happened in May. The homegirl said, "You not about to fill her pockets up, and you ain't gonna fill my pockets up, and you was doing the debauchery with me. We was doing the slavery cosplay together." Remember, this is the Michelle. Okay, let me remind y'all, because if you are a part of my members, we watched the interview with her. This the one that said that she was playing in his hindquarters. The cosplaying and all of that. She the one. She says she introduced him to that she was eating his groceries and he liked it. Sorry, y'all, but she said it. I didn't. I'm just repeating it. So don't shoot the messenger. Pow, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I was grossed out when I heard it. And at first she was sitting there with a big old smirk on her face because it was like she slutted him out. Shannon Sharpe got slutted out by this woman right here, and he running from that trauma. Yes, hey, Sharpe. Oh my God. Also, you like old coochie in private, but don't want to claim it in public. No. When they was dealing with each other, she was younger. She's gotten older now. And she ain't that PYT no more. So I think he's trying to like delete this from his record. Y'all know how y'all do when y'all end up sleeping with somebody that y'all didn't like sleeping with. You will delete that from your memory bank so deep and so hard that it will become the truth when you say, I didn't sleep with that person. That's what he's trying to do. And she's like, nah, I'm putting this all in paperwork. I don't know. So like I said, I ain't hear it, but how zesty and sassy he is, I'm not surprised. No, you got, okay, so what had happened was somebody did an interview with her and we watched it in the members. And that's where she gave up all the Henny. All right, Control, Alt, Delete. He's trying to sun her. He is trying to sun her so bad. Michelle, a doodle mouth, make her seem like a liar. I'm just saying. And she's like, she ain't going nowhere. The girl been filing lawsuits on him since July of 2024, y'all. So this another lawsuit that we got to watch when it come down to Unc Shannon Sharpe. Because what you doing out here in these streets? Like, I mean, I thought the slavery cosplay was enough for me, but clearly he just, Wasn't this? Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay, who else we got? Y'all, let me pull in close for this. So Henny Glasses in the chat. If y'all remember when 50 Cent's baby mama Shaniqua took to her Instagram live and was doing a story time. Did you catch it? Put a Henny glass if you caught it. Put a 2 if you did not. Because if I get enough 2s, baby, we gonna go down it. Because 50 Cent is clapping back at his baby mama, y'all. Now, I won't say that he almost like Diddy now. I won't do that. Of course you, Poppington, I should have said you can't even vote because of course you did. I know you did. Oh, I'm seeing some tools. Oh, it's a lot of tools. Oh, y'all missed it. Child, hold on. Let me clear my palette, my internet palette. Let me clear my screens out. Let me close out all this my Michelle stuff, y'all. Let me close it out. Let me close it out because we finna get into it. Oh, we finna be here for a little while then. We finna get comfy. Get comfy. Get comfy. All right. All right. So let me go ahead. Let me pull her up. Because we're gonna start with I hope it's still there. I hope it's still there. Oh, it's still there, y'all. Oh, it's still there. We about to get into it. All right. So we about to get into 50 Cent and his baby mama Shaniqua. Now, y'all get y'all Henny, get y'all popcorn. Let me see. Oh, yeah, my computer is still cool. I got my little AC over here that's blowing directly on the computer. What you said? He said, I have listened every 3 to 4 years. She does this. Yeah, but baby. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So she came up on her IG live. Now, y'all know I can't really do much when it comes to these IG videos. I could pause it, I think, but I can't rewind. So y'all gonna have to listen really, really good and really, really good. I said could. Really, really good and close. Right. Nobody really knows about his first baby mama. Well, no, I can't even say nobody really knows about his first baby mama because when I came out and said that when people, I didn't say it. Well, when people started saying that it was his baby mama out here, people were saying, oh, is that Marquise's mom? And I said, no. So people know about Shaniqua. They do. But child, listen. First of all, welcome back to me. I'm back to myself, as y'all can see. All right. Let's get into this hot Henny that she was spilling, baby. All right. So this is 50 Cent baby mama Shaniqua doing an unspoken story time. Now she only did 2 parts and she did not stop at did not start back up, but she stopped at part 2. And baby, if she decides to come back for a part 3, I am here for it. Do you hear me? I'm here for it. All right. So let's get into it. I want to try to skip ahead, but I can't because you can't skip ahead. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that play for a little bit so that we could get ourselves a little situated. Let me big her up on the screen because she don't really like move. But this is Marquise mom, y'all. Just in case for those of y'all in the back that don't know. And she don't start spilling the Henny until a little later. So I should have actually what I should have did was I should have downloaded it, but I be having so much content on my damn phone. It's not even funny. But anyway, hold on. I'm trying to pull up the court docs in the meantime because I got them. No, it's not showing. I got him. Hold on. 50 Cent. All right. All right. She's talking and y'all ain't got no sound because right now she's just doing like a little do like just tapping in with people like hey and hi and all of that. See, look, she ain't talking. She ain't saying much of anything just yet.
Hello.
She's saying hello to everybody and greeting them and
hey y'all, see you.
Hey girl.
Hey Sheedy.
Hey Sheedy, we don't know you, but hey girl. Hey Sheedy, come on, Nico, spill the tea. We want to know. We here for the Henny, honey. We is here for the Henny, honey. I know where it is. See, that's why I had muted because she ain't really.
I'm gonna let the chat go up a little bit.
Oh, that's okay, I did get that.
How do I add my moderator?
Okay, listen. While she doing that, right?
Yeah, I'm going to talk trap.
I'm gonna mute her real quick, and I'm gonna show y'all. I'm just gonna show y'all this real quick. I'm just gonna show it to y'all. Look, look, look. Oh, these lives. Oh yeah, we finna listen to them because then I'm gonna tell you what's going on with this right here. I'm gonna tell you what's going on with this right here, baby. This right here, this right here, this shit right here, nigga. Oh yeah, it's about to get ugly. It's about to get ugly up in here. All right, she still hasn't talked yet, you guys.
Yeah, that one. That
And I don't wanna give y'all a lawsuit. Well, let me pause. I could pause it. Let me ask y'all in the chat. Y'all want to hear the lawsuit first and then watch the videos? Or you want to watch the videos and then the lawsuits? So she's the embodiment of be grateful for what you have. I don't know. Oh, that one swagger. I know she gonna be mad. Wait. What y'all talking about? There's no sound for a reason. Right. It's no sound for a reason because she ain't talking. I don't know what y'all talk about. Okay, his first baby mama hates him because he was giving her $1 million a year. She wanted more money. He took her to court, and the judge granted her 12 bands a month. Swagger, I don't know about that. Hey, LeJune, I don't know about that. You got to listen. There's two sides to a story. Y'all want to do the videos, then lawsuits. See, y'all, this is why y'all my people, because I want to hear. I should have kept playing it because y'all want to hear the video too. I want to hear it too. Because baby, listen, when I tell y'all, I know I'm hyping it up, but y'all ain't gonna be disappointed. I think she embodies a little
My
bit.
name is Shaniqua Tompkins.
Here we go.
The other side of the coin. Queens get the money. I see you. Queens get the money. Queens get the money.
She's the other side of the coin. And let me tell y'all, because people was trying to confuse her with the other baby mama, she says she's from Queens, not the Philippines.
First baby mother, first child for my parents, first grandchild, first great grand, first niece. So first everything. That's how we do this over here. I'm Shaniqua. You know me depicted in the movie Get Rich or Die Trying. You know, and then before I even get into that, there's just a lot of unanswered.
Can y'all hear her good? Can y'all can hear her? Y'all forgot 50 put her on blast on Hot 97. Swagger, you forgot about. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Okay, y'all can hear it. I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
Answer questions, a lot of preconceived notions, a lot of disparaging lies that have been told about me from your favorite rapper. But this is going to be story time. I'm going to start doing on my live. We're going to start to get to some truth telling. And we're going to
hold on, because this is what we're not going to do. You're not about to start messing with me, Pewter. Come on now. It ain't that hot.
We're going to get into it. Thank you. And we're going to get into it. So, like I said, I'm Shaniqua. I'm Charlene from the movie, and what you can see, I was depicted in a great light. I was with 50 for about 12 years. We have one son together. I have an oldest daughter, eldest child, Mia.
Okay, so I'm trying to, my computer is not hot. Maybe it's too much stuff running. Hold on, you guys. I'm closing out some windows to try to, because I got too many windows going. Hold on. All right. I thought I closed out enough, but clearly I did not. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's see if it stops.
I was the one who took care of him. I was the one who took him to my mom's house when he got shot. Saved his life. I was the one before he got shot and he signed with J&J Records. I was the one who was taking care of him financially, was working 18 hours a 18 hours a day on a toll bridge.
Let me just say this. Now, ladies, I know you want to hold your man down and you want to be there for him and pick him up and all of that, but we're hearing this a lot. And it ain't just ladies, it's men too. Like, usually the one that stays there when they're down are not the ones that they actually stay with. And I'm just pointing that out because this seems to be a running theme with a lot of people who have gotten on. Very rarely do we see people who were there from the ground up when there was nothing. I don't know. But let's hear what she got to say, y'all.
Whitestone Expressway. Paying for DATs, reels, studio time, jewelry, tattoos, companies. Rotten Apple Records, his first company. Yeah, like I was that person. So it wasn't me getting with 50 when he was who he is now. It was I was there with him from the beginning.
I feel like, just me personally, I feel like that was kind of like a little soft dig at Daphne because she was like, I didn't get with him when he was a rapper. I was there when he had nothing. Okay. I was working 18 hours on the toll bridge. I was paying for tattoos and jewelry and studio time. Like I was there when he had nothing, when he was Boo Boo. That used to be his name, Boo Boo. She was there when he was just Boo Boo and had not become 50 Cent. That's what she said. I'm trying to be good.
IMG unit. IMG.
She said IMG unit.
So when he got shot, it was he never wanted to place me along in with his lies and his wanted to create his own narrative. But Marquise and I were there when he got shot. It was me, him, Marquise, his grandmother was in the yard, 50, and JU. And JU had his girlfriend in the car. And we were there with no shots right now. And we're going to get more into that. We're going to get more into that. So you're going to get to know me during these lives, and you're going to get more into that. So I don't know what topic y'all want to go into first. What's hot, what's not.
Okay, first of all, you know what? Maybe I should just go to the second video because honestly, I tell you what I'm going to do. See right here, she said Queens, not Philippines. I'm going to go to the second video because it takes her a minute to kind of get going with that one. I think she gets going a little quicker with this one. But I'm going to stop sharing that for right now. Anyway, I'll make sure I post them separately. But hold on. I'm pulling this up. Okay. Do. Okay. Now, I done took this off the screen. This is just to show y'all why I have to edit that video down. I'm old enough to remember 50 and G unit days. So am I. A lot of niggas was and still scared of Boo Boo. Well, hold on. She still has not started. And that's the part. Let me see if somebody has it over here on YouTube. I know somebody has it on YouTube where we could skip through it. My apologies, y'all. I'm a little rusty. Okay, 50 Cent, Baby Mama, IG Live, Shaniqua. Okay. Okay, we got it, y'all. All right, boom. Here we go. I don't know who this is, but shout out to you.
So yeah, so that's how it came about. The Queen from Philippines comment. We all know the Diddy trial is going on, and we all know my son's father is not happy with it. Like, he's not happy. But what Daphne is doing is indicative to her character. It was so it's been rumored and known for years that she has been a call girl from Vegas. Like, that's known. That's known.
She said his other baby mama is a known call girl from Vegas. Child.
And he knew that when he beat her up in California, which he seems like that's just so buried how he beat her up. It was a domestic violence case in California. The California Clerk's office tried to contact me. Hey, y'all tried to contact me to testify in that case. They contacted my child support attorneys for me to question me and to testify in Daphne Joy's domestic violence case, which I declined.
Now, I don't understand. Why would you reach out to the other baby mama to testify in your domestic violence suit? It don't seem like they get along. It seems to me like Shaniqua may have a little bit of an issue. And I'm going to say it if nobody else is going to say it. I mean, hey, rightfully the hell so. In a way, to a degree, I can understand. But I can't go full-fledged in on that. So let's continue.
Which I declined.
What made you decline?
I'm a mother first, and I'm a woman, but she, during the duration of the relationship with her and 50, she gave me so much shade, and she was trolling me along with him. Like, she thought she was superior. She thought her and her child were going to be superior to Marquise and I. So I said, I'll sit this one out.
So baby mama drama is the reason why she declined to testify in Daphne Joy's domestic violence suit against 50. Now, the thing with that is Daphne has come out and said that she had some domestic issues with 50, and now Shaniqua is coming out saying that there was actually a suit and that she declined to help in the suit because she felt Daphne was shading her and felt like her and her child was going to be better than her, like she was going to be treated. And let me just say this cautionary tale to everyone. If you get with somebody and they have a baby mama and they treat that baby mama like crap, keep one eye open and don't think that you may be treated differently, because sometimes, and I said sometimes, because they love to come for me, sometimes that's who they are and not the person that person got. Because when we're with people, sometimes you bring out a certain characteristic within a person, right? But that characteristic still has to be a part of that person for it to be brought out. So, but then they get with somebody else and they completely are a totally different person because that's the person that they got. But always use the previous relationship as something to keep an eye out for certain things. Just what I'm saying.
Did she ever come at you and like troll you any kind of way?
Yeah, she always did subliminals all the time. Absolutely. I can't remember. I would have to go back. I Snapchat and I save everything. But it used to be on Twitter all the time. She would just throw the subs. So, and I could understand it because it's like, I left him. I don't want him. I don't communicate with him often. So I could not understand why she was upset about you have him. So you have a child by him. So cool. I'm not in the scenario, so I can understand.
Okay. 0999. I did say the person that you get could be the person. I started out with the baby mama, baby daddy, but I said the person. Don't come in here on that gender stuff, please.
So how old around what year was that though that this took place? I think the child, how old is
It was about maybe 2008, 2011, because at the time before he got with her, he was with Ciara. So he left Ciara to be with her, to be with Daphne, which I couldn't understand because Marquise loved Ciara. His family adored Ciara, and he left Ciara to be with Daphne.
You should have about 2008, 2009.
No, yeah, maybe him and Ciara, probably maybe 2010. I'm not sure, but I know he was.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm a little traumatized and triggered from that Diddy trial because I've gotten a lot of people that just like to come in here and make it about one or the other, and I'm just not that. So I accept your apology. I apologize too. The reason why I'm playing this part that she's talking about Daphne is because that's a little bit of Daphne's history.
With the girl Daphne, maybe like 2011, 2012, somewhere around that, somewhere around here. But
how old is Saya now?
I don't know. I would have to Google it. I don't know. I just know that him and I, he's a Virgo. I do know that. Like him and I, like days apart in birthday, but I don't know how old he is. I have no clue. I'm guessing maybe 10, 11, maybe. I don't know.
So if Marquise is what, 29, 28? How old is Marquise?
28.
So now let me ask y'all this, and this goes for everybody. How would you feel if your partner moved on and their child was born around the same time as your birthday? Would you be upset about that? Be honest.
About what, 16 years difference? 17?
Yeah, probably more than that. Maybe over 10 years. But Floyd was dating Miss Jackson at the time, and he hooked Boo up with Daphne. He hooked them up. I guess Floyd got the last laugh because he said, I told you not to have no baby by. And we all see, if you go to Floyd's page now, which we all know Floyd is his best friend, or was his best friend, on his page now, Floyd has a post saying to Boo Boo, and the first line he says in that post, you're just mad because Marquise's mother don't want to be with you. And I'm assuming we all know if you have a best friend, your best friend knows all your secrets and who you care about. And that's what Floyd said first line out the gate.
So she's saying that he's mad because she don't want to be with him. Now, let's fast forward just a little bit and get to the juicy parts.
From him to you, because people may say you still want money. There was a viral clip about Marquise with child support at 27.
All lies. He paid child support. My child support declaration was until Marquise was 21. He hasn't paid child support in like 8 years.
So the video with him saying about paying the money, what was it, Choke No Joke? I think something like that. The video, the guy that did the interview with Marquise, that was the old video basically.
Again, could you repeat that, please?
Got a little background noise. I said that. Remember the video with Marquise that came out? He was talking about he wanted child support at 26 years old. I think he did an interview with Choke No Joke or something like that. Was that an old interview?
Which was untrue. Marquise was stating that we jumped out of a burning house without pajamas on. We lost everything. He was saying to Choke, I would like to call him a different name, but I'm not. He was saying to him that I had to start my life over with nothing but $6,700.
So her son went on that person's platform, and yes, you guys, we about to pack it up because we pushing up on noon, and we are going to be switching it up. So I'm going to keep talking to y'all as I pack up and head inside from the Henny Studios. I'll be back out here later. But she brings up the burning house situation, okay? And her son went on that person's platform. I don't fool with that person because I just don't judge with him. I don't know what it is about him, but I don't judge with him. And no, it has nothing to do with the fact that I rock with Gene Deal. Well, maybe it has a little bit to do with the fact that I rock with Gene Deal, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But at the same time, I just don't subscribe to his character. And to me, that's one of the worst people to go on because it's like he has, to me, a vendetta against anybody that is in the industry still. That's just my 1-2 on that particular person. That doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it wrong, but that's just how I feel. And I vaguely remember when Marquise went on that show and they were talking about the house and what happened and all of that. And she's going to get into it. And honestly, now that we're playing, now that we're playing the video, good boy. Now that we're playing the video, I kind of just want to skip y'all to the good parts because, come on. Good boy. Because we need to just get to the chase already. Choke is a hater, and I call him Marvin. Raising Canaan. I mean, those are my sentiments. I don't necessarily particularly subscribe to him. There's nothing positive that I get from him. Sorry, not sorry. That's how I feel. I never really subscribed to him back in the day either. So I don't even know what he's done for hip hop. If I'm gonna be honest with you, when it comes to Choke, I don't know what he's done. Maybe y'all can educate me because I feel like if his impact was great, then it would have been, things would be different for him. I've heard a lot of different things about him. But anyway, that seems like a place you want to go to when you want some scandal. Or is it just me? If it's just me, you can say, nah, Henny, it's just you. Even if you're a person who subscribes to him, it's cool. Everybody is welcome here. Just be respectful is all I say. That's it. That's it. Is that it, Swagger? That's all? Hold on. Okay, can y'all hear me? Because I had to switch it up. Now she's saying, now he going at Gene. You can't trust that guy. He been going at Gene Deal. He's got a big old grudge against Gene, and I don't know why. That's all I've ever known Chuck for. Okay. He was, okay. Here we go. He was a wannabe rapper that was Jay-Z cameraman. Oh. Well, that's still not major traction. Anyway. Can y'all hear me good? My mic sound nice? Oh. Okay. Y'all know we switched locations. Okay. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Miss Pammy. All right. Y'all want to keep going with the video? Thank you, Miss Cheryl, for the super sticker. Okay, so Jenny from the block said, yeah, keep going with the video.
And to the average person, I guess that's a lot. And I get that because that's not the average child support. But average child support goes to average people. Marquis' father is not the average person. So he's not going to receive the average child support. His life is not the average life. Like, and it's not about just wanting materialistic things and saying that it's not the average life. Being with his dad and all the drama and chaos that comes with it, he's supposed to be well-fed, organically fed, well-tutored, behind someone's gated community, security. Like, that's what it is. Like, at one point, when the Murder Inc. trial was going on, Chris Lighty suggested that we homeschool Marquis.
Okay, so boom. First of all, let me just say this. That's your baby daddy money, and that's your baby daddy's celebrity. That's not your life. While you may want these things for your child, that doesn't mean that he has to be the only one that provides that for the child. Like, it sounds to me like she felt entitled to the lifestyle that he has. You know, listen. Am I wrong? Am I reading this wrong? Y'all tell me if I'm reading this wrong. Because she just said organic foods, private schools, things of that nature. Now, I do feel like, just me personally, I feel like I don't have her and 50 on the radio station. I have 50 on the radio station. Me personally, I feel like when you are an iconic or a major celebrity like a 50 Cent, especially a Jay-Z, or anyone that has any type of traction in the industry, I do feel like your children should not be in regular public schools, because that does bring on, I hate when my camera is that way. It brings on a different type of issue for the child. I was trying to think of what to call it, like, because when people know who your parents are and they're celebrities, oh, thank you so much, I appreciate you, JT refacing plumbing. I do agree, maybe the private school thing, I can understand that, wanting your child to be in private school because that's 50 Cent's son. Marquise looks like 50 Cent, so it's not hard to put 2 and 2 together and come up with 4 when it comes down to who Marquise's dad is. So I can understand that. But when you start talking about a lifestyle that you want for the child, if you and the parent, be it the father that has the kids or the mother who has the kids, you and that parent should sit down and come up with something together. But then when she starts talking about the drama that goes on, is it the drama for the child, or is it the drama that for you that you're trying to be compensated for? Because I'm trying to understand, and y'all know I'm gonna be this way, that way, because I don't have a say in none of this. I'm just giving y'all my review.
For security purposes.
Did I get the rest?
No, not that I know of, but just for security purposes, like, oh, well, he should be homeschooled. We homeschooled. Marquise was homeschooled. So now that I decided I don't want to be with you, you just say, oh, that's it. You just throw us to the wolves.
Well, let me ask you, because people say, we're going to touch on a few things because the home burning, we'll get to that in a second. Why didn't you want to be with him? Because at this point, he's a famous rapper. Gino is clicking. He's a sex symbol in a sense because he's in great shape. Why wouldn't you want to be with somebody at that point in his career?
Because he was abusive. Well, he still is abusive. I'm just not in his presence, but he's abusive. Emotionally, physically, he's abusive. And the last straw for me was he hit me in front of my daughter. And I said, as a mother, if I allowed her to see him hit me and stay with him, what example am I setting for my daughter? And that's when that was it for me. It was that and another incident with Marquise. So it was 2 incidents, but it was kind of close. And there was another incident with Marquise, Yayo, and Banks used to have an apartment they used to share in Manhattan. And I went to pick 50 up from there. So Marquise told me that I guess like he had a girl there, like, a girl that, he just told me something. So him and I got to argument. He beat the mess out of me and then told Marquise, see, it's your fault. I had to whoop your mother's ass. So those were the 2 incidents for me that I said, no, it's time to go.
Now, here's my thing with this. No, it's time to go. He put hands, feet, and knee bows on you in front of your child. It's time to go, right? And now you have another baby mama, and this is a female on female crime right here. You have the other baby mother going through the same ish, but you sitting back like, huh? And through her own admission, her and 50 weren't together. Am I reading that right? But you've gone through what this woman has gone through, and you sitting back like, huh? Y'all say what it's giving to y'all in the comments. I'm just gonna play the video.
So the abuse was there. Okay. About what year was that? You remember?
I left him in about maybe 2007, 2008, around that time.
So basically, it was from you to Sierra, then to your most recent.
He definitely had different holes and different area codes. Let's say if Marquise was with him, he had a different woman with him. But like that's not none of my business. But Sierra was like the his main girlfriend at the time, which Marquise like really, really liked him. Like he always had. And by the way, it's so crazy. Marquise always expressed how much he liked Sierra. But when he met Daphne, I never forget, we were visiting New York, and
I can agree with that about the child living the lifestyle. you know, but as she's explaining, she was in a house. Like he was paying for her house and stuff like that. And she's saying that 50 had the house burned down, which is what I want to get to. If I'm not mistaken, during the time that that house got burnt up, wasn't that around the time that all of that stuff was going on with, or was this after all of this stuff happened with Murder Inc.? Poppington, I know you know. Okay, you said paperwork said Jimmy Henchman. Well, she's blaming it on 50, all right? And so during this first interview, I feel like with them in the house, really, yeah.
Dad and Daphne was staying at his grandparents' house, and I was staying at my grandmother's house. So, you know, he took Marquise over to his grandparents' house, you know, whatever, a little visit or whatever. And Marquise came back and he looked at me and he said, Mommy, she's not for my father. And I said, well, why don't you tell you that? Tell him that he's not. She's like, she's just. I said, well, what did she? Is she nice to you or did she disrespect me? He's like, she didn't do anything. She said she's just not for my father. And that's what's so crazy. Like he didn't like her from the jump, but like I said, with adored Ciara, but didn't like her. I don't want to say he didn't like her. He just said that whatever he said, I don't know if it was like a discernment. He just said that she just wasn't was that.
Now, I got a quick question before we get to the home burning situation, which is kind of deep. That wasn't the first time that he abused you, was it?
No, but when it filters out in front of the children, like no, like the first time he ever hit me, to be honest, was I don't talk about this. This is a lot of cathartic moments and stuff, but the first time I don't even think I've told you this. The first time he hit, I don't think I know the first time he hit me, I was pregnant with Marquise. Belly out to here.
Well, let me ask you. So Marquise, I'm pregnant with Marquise, so see it in 12 years. What makes a female stay when she's getting abused?
I won't say what makes a female stay. I can say what made me stay. And
but that's a better question. I'm just because we're talking to the 600 people, so I just want to. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's the money, it's the money, it's the money."
But he didn't have any money then. Like I was taking care of him. He didn't have any money then. He didn't. I was pregnant with Marquise in '96. He didn't become 50 Cent until 2003. 2003, yeah, 2003. I think give it try to get on 2003, 2003. So it was. He didn't have any money. He wasn't this big drug dealer that he tries to claim to be. First of all, he never was a big drug dealer. He was always a corner boy. Let's get that straight. Like anybody from Jamaica, Queens, Southside Jamaica, Queens, Boo was known for his hands, and he was a corner boy. He may have like little Yales and that under him, but he was always a corner boy. He was no big time drug dealer, and he wasn't that. And not just.
Poppington, you want to come up here? Because I know Poppington is about to put her Timbs on. She probably out like bed. She's probably over there. You got your Timbs on, Pop? You trying to come up here? Because Miss Poppington is from Queens. And she know all these people. Yes, she got her stomping boots on. Pop, you trying to come up? She said, yes, I knew it. So, wait a minute. I got something to say. I can't type all this out. The link is for Poppington. Not Anna Shank. She ain't, listen, don't do that. Yes, get the disclaimer. You need get the disclaimer ready because she coming. She here. She is here already. I hope you got the disclaimer ready because she here. Hey, Poppington.
Hi. Queens, get the money. Southside, we outside. And I'm outside for real.
Okay. Oh my God, Swagger and Nino want to come up. Okay, if y'all are gonna come up, y'all gotta stay on topic. Y'all gotta stay on topic. Okay, so go ahead, Poppington, because I seen you commenting a lot, and that's why I'm like, she got something to say. I know she tired of typing.
Okay, so baby mama number one, she's full of BS. All right.
You can't just leave it at that. Poppington.
And more stuff, but growing up out here, my husband growing up out here, huh?
You had broke up. You said baby mama number one is full of BS, and then it went quiet.
Oh, I said because she wanted him to take care of her. It ain't got nothing to do with Marquise. Marquise has always been a fly little boy. Marquise used to be everywhere. Like 50 used to come to the hood and be driving around with him in his drop top and all of that. Like he still comes to the hood and nobody does anything to him. She was mad that the child support got lowered and then it got canceled after he turned 18. She wasn't trying to get no job. She wasn't trying to get no businesses, nothing. And he cut support off to her. So she's being bitter about it. That's number one. Number two, Boo Boo used to get money. Everybody in Southside know that corner 134 and Guy Art Brewer is a get money corner. She could act like he was a corner boy, but a lot of corner boys was thousandaires back then.
Well, I'm gonna say this: if you've been in the streets, then you know that just being a corner boy don't mean that he was broke. You know, if he was a runner, if he was a runner, then that would have been something else. Okay?
But she is right. He was known for his hands because he will knock a. He will. He used to box, but he treated her really good. To me, I feel like she's ungrateful, and she really felt like, okay, well, because I did X, Y, and Z for you, you have to take care of me for the rest of your life. But he already repaid you 10 times full. Like from the time he became 50 Cent, Marquise was only 6. Until he was 18, y'all had everything. Like everything. We used to see them in the hood. Like Marquise had cars at 60, all kinds of stuff until she started with this whole thing. And the house burning down thing, that was when they were in the height of that Murder Inc. Supreme Team, that was that. And one of their homeboys had just got unalived on Jamaica Avenue, and he was went for it. And that's where the Jimmy Henchman thing came in, because Jimmy Henchman was already involved in it way before he had beef with the gang. Way before. So, but me personally, she's full of ish. She full of shit. She's just trying to downplay him because she's mad that he's not taking care of her. And she riding around in an old Benz. That's her fault.
I mean, in a way, I feel like easy now. Like I got a little unpopular opinions. But here's the thing. I can see that in what she's saying. But I also can't take away from what she's saying as well, of what happened during the relationship.
I mean, I'm not taking it away from that neither, because I'm a hood chick and I mess with a hood dude, and that's how hood relationships, most of them go. It's a little violent. It's a little trauma filled. Like that's what you deal with. You're dealing, if you're a hood chick and you're dealing with a hood dude, and vice versa. You're dealing with a person that already has trauma from being in the hood, being raised in the hood, having to deal with the hood environment. So stuff like that goes on. But you was getting $1 million a month, damn near, for almost more than 10 years, $1 million a month. I shouldn't have to take care of you for the rest of your life. That little boy didn't need $1 million a month. You understand what I'm saying?
That part I do agree with, that, it's not so much take care of you as it is to make sure that the kid is good. Like, I am an advocate because, my oldest kid's father believes in making sure that I'm good so that the kids are good. But not everybody believes in that kind of ideology, because what we do believe is making sure that your kid is okay. Like, forget the baby mama, who cares what they're going through, make sure the kid is okay. So I kind of can understand where she's coming from, but it's the difference between making sure that we're good and giving us a lifestyle that matches yours. Like, that's,
listen, you wasn't with me. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I'm sorry. You can help a person all you want, but you did not. They don't have your talent. If it wasn't for your talent, they wouldn't have anything. So you can't. I mean, I understand that. Yeah, I'm supposed to live the lifestyle that you live because I'm your baby mother. But at the end of the day, I'm supposed to make a way that I can maintain my lifestyle. Because God forbid, what if he gets shot again and something happened? Your lifestyle
It
gone,
was
boo
$1
boo.
million a year, not a month. It was $1 million a year.
Oh, well,
But at the same
still $1
time,
million a
what was
year
you
for
doing
one
with
kid.
your money? What were you doing with your money? Like
Her
what were
ass
you
was in the after hour clubs on something, buying jewelry with her friends on Jamaica Avenue in the Coliseum. That's where her ass was. She was at the marina and she was at these parties and she was in Sue's rendezvous throwing money. Yeah, she was doing hood shit with that money. She didn't invest it. She didn't start a business. She didn't do anything. So you're wasting my money. You just want me to to fund a lifestyle of you not doing anything.
Let me explain
And I'm
something.
not even with you. It would be a difference if we were together.
$1 million a year broken down comes to about $83,000 a year. I mean a month. 83. Let's round it up and just say $84,000 a month. With $84,000 a month, I would have a home. I would have a vehicle. I would have investments.
And he was taking care of her daughter too, because her daughter went to school with me. She went to Jack, and homegirl used to have the latest X and O, the name plates, the twirly earrings. She had everything, every pair of Jordans. Back then it was about polo jackets and all. She had all that stuff. So the money took care of her daughter that's not his, and their son, and it was enough money that she could have saved up and did her own thing, but she didn't. So now she's mad and bitter at him because he doesn't want to take care of you, but you're not even his girl. It's a difference when you with a dude and you don't look like the dude. Like your dude is a big star and he got y'all over here looking like a bum and y'all together. That's a difference. But if y'all ain't together and I gave you the opportunity and the money to get yourself together, to make a name for yourself, not only being 50 Cent's baby mama, and you don't appreciate it, and then you start acting bitter and stuff, I'd have cut you off too. And that's just the New York ninja in me.
No, that's actually a Snapple fact that you're saying right now, because at the end of the day, when you talking about that much money that you was getting, like, first of all, let's talk about this. You getting almost $84,000 a month. You know how much money Daphne Joy gets a month for her son, sir? $4,700. That's what she's getting. I'm not laughing at her. I'm just saying, but that's what she's getting in child support. Granted, 50 takes care of his son, but from what we know, let's just say that from what we know, what we see, you got more than what she got. And I feel like in a way, it's because you were there. You were there when he was shot up. You were there in the beginning. You were there to help him. Like, I watched Get Rich or Die Trying, and I saw the depiction of her and how the girl that was there, her in the movie, how she was depicted very well in that movie because she very much held him down and how he didn't forget about her. And I get the reasons why she left, because I mean, yeah, it's some hood-ish we could talk about it now. It's some hood shit that's going on. It's a hood relationship, of course. Yes, it does sometimes tend to get violent, but that doesn't mean that it's okay and that it should be something that's a norm. We got to stop that part of things because it does leave trauma and scars. But at the end of the day, you left and you were still in the house. Now, when she took him to court, from what she says in this video, when she started taking him to court, he wanted her out of the house. And the way she's painting the picture and setting it up is that he wanted her to leave the house. She wouldn't leave the house. And where the house caught fire at is where all of her evidence was for the court case. Now, I don't know about any of that. I wasn't there.
Hold on one second.
Honest with y'all, I wasn't keeping up with 50 Cent's baby mama drama. But now that she's come out and she started speaking on her platform about this and actually making it a podcast, like you saw it. She has the cover for it, and she has somebody that's interviewing her. I don't know who this is that's interviewing her on her page, but she has somebody that's interviewing her. It seems like she's set to really bring her side of the story out to the forefront for good.
But she can't. See, When she did all of that and he told her to move out the house was when Marquise turned 18.
No, don't. You can't tell the story.
Because I'm about to be like, all of that was a ploy. That was a bitter baby mama ploy to try to set him up to make it seem like he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. But from what I heard, you was getting kicked out the house because he said the house should have been paid off because of the money he been paying you. The house should have been paid off and he's not paying for the house anymore. And that's why you got kicked out of the house. He said if the house was paid off, the deed would have went into your name, but you never paid off the house. You was up in Sue's rendezvous and chilling with your friends, taking trips to Miami and stuff like that, and not even taking care of your kids. Like, she really don't want the hood to really start talking her business.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to flip it over here because we do want you to start talking the business. We want the business because you're not going to come out here and play in our face, ma'am. All right, so being that she went and did these 1-2s and Poppington is already trying to get there in the story, she gonna speed us up. See, this is why I like bringing people up sometimes because they have, and with her knowing all the backstory, honey, you getting the Henny from the streets, okay? Because she was there. With her coming out and speaking, G Unit Books is now suing Shaniqua Tompkins, which is the baby mama that we was just watching. And the reason that they are suing her is for the life rights because apparently Shaniqua signed over her life rights to G Unit Books. Now she signed these over way back when he was doing Get Rich or Die Trying, right? So she signed her life rights over. She signed over her image, her look. Wait a minute. Let me go to
she basically signed her life away.
Everything.
Yes.
But I want to read it in detail of what it is that she signed over because I don't want to miss not one drop of what I'm about to tell y'all. They are going after her because they said she is capitalizing on her recent notoriety from viral commenting on testimony and the high-profile Diddy trial. Now, that's the part that I didn't get a chance to get into is the fact that she did all of this at the height of the Diddy trial. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now,
yes, uniquely, you are. I mean, who said that? Gold digger, you are right. He did. He even opened a shoe store for his son. And not for nothing, I know we shouldn't talk about kids, but Marquise is over 20 something. So I'm gonna say it. He a little spoiled ass. He don't want to work neither. Like, I don't understand yet. Like, you live in South, they still live in Southside. Your father opened a sneaker store in Southside for you. You didn't really have to work. All you had to do was show your face and y'all would have made money anyway. It's 50 cents sneaker store in his hometown. Just like the sneaker store in the Bronx that Fat Joe had for years that nobody knows about. But everybody still goes there when they go to the Bronx because it's his store. The little boy don't want to work. She don't want to work. They're both leeches. Both of them.
So the life rights agreement that she signed over to G Unit, it gives them the right to use, depict, portray, impersonate, represent in whole or in part Shaniqua, name or any variant, substitute or alternative therefore or thereof, and Shaniqua's picture, likeness, voice, characterizations, personality, personal identifications, photograph, portrait or representation, or any assimilation of any of the foregoing. The right to use, depict, portray, and represent in whole or in part Shaniqua's life and all episodes, exploits, events, incidences, personal experiences, situations, and events which heretofore occur or hereafter occur in any simulation of any of the foregoing. The property and or personal rights of Shaniqua, right of publicity and right of privacy. The life story granted to G Unit Books are unconditional, irrevocable, exclusive, and perpetual. The life rights granted to G Unit Books are also complete and without exception. And Tompkins, which is Shaniqua, reserved none of her life story rights or rights to their distribution. So she has basically in short, she has basically given G Unit the right to her whole life, her voice.
Mm-hmm.
He could even have her take stuff down off the internet because they own her image and her likeness. And she signed this when he was doing Get Rich or Die Trying.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a gag order without being a gag order.
Perpetual, exactly, meaning ongoing, meaning for the rest of her life, meaning you didn't bother to read the paperwork. In the words of Medea, you was too busy shopping and not checking the deed, meaning you wasn't checking this paperwork that got put out on you, sweetheart. So now I want to see what's going to happen because this was filed in court on July 17th. Okay. And when did she put these posts up? Hold on, because we ain't even got I'm gonna post the videos for y'all. I don't think they're gonna do too much because I don't think anybody really checking for them. She posted on June 16th. This is when she posted the first one right here, June 16th. And she posted the second one on June 30th. But as we can see, after June 30th, she ain't posted nothing else. Wasn't no 3 because it looked like she was trying to do it every week. Wasn't no part 3 or none of that. And I believe that may be because this probably got sold to her. Got presented to her. It also says that G Unit Books also has sole discretion as to how to use the life story rights in any future projects, including the right to use factual content, fictional content, or a combination of both.
Yeah. So basically, you can't talk unless we say so. We have to approve it. It has to go through us. You can't talk. So back then, she was in love. She wanted the fame. She wanted to be depicted in the movie. She probably didn't read it. She signed it, but you signed a eternal gag order.
Yeah.
As long as he still owes G Unit Books, she can't even do an interview because they own they own all of that. They own anything she says about him from her signing that paper. They own it. And the reason why he didn't defend his son against Wack is because his son be doing some unfilial stuff. He takes pictures with ops. He talks bad about his pops. He pops shit with his pop's ops. His son does some unfilial shit. Like I wouldn't even want him. Like I don't believe on cutting your kids off all the way. Like he cut that little dude all the way off. But I wouldn't have been speaking to my son either. Look at what happened.
Like this. Marquise is 50's karma. I'm sorry.
He's just like his daddy.
He's his father's son.
He is just like his daddy.
Him every time. Yes, I see. Yep. Hey, Carletta. Yep. He owns her. Yep. He sure does. He owns her. He doesn't just own her. He owns her life. Every portion of it.
That's one thing I can say about 50. When it comes to the legal stuff that he's been through over the years, he know how to play that legal game with everybody. Everybody.
Child.
You see how fast Daphne stopped talking once he said, "Oh, I'm gonna take your son." You see how fast she shut up. She was saying all that, "Oh, he beat me, he raped me, he did this, he did that." He said, "Oh yeah, watch me take custody of Sir or Sir, whatever the little boy name is." And after that, Daphne ain't say not one peep.
Yeah, but you know what? That with Daphne, that was because of what happened with Diddy. That she was being a little sex worker for Diddy. So he was like, "Oh, I'm taking my son. I'm taking my son."
Yep.
I don't. We got somebody who decided to come up, and I think they want to add too. Hey, Swaggerlo.
Hey.
What's going on?
You hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
don't know. I'm new to this little YouTube thing, but you know, I just had to get my part off and say she capping like a mother lover. Capping out her ass. I'm old enough to remember all that, man. She was getting like a mil to 2 mil a year, and she went and complained because she wanted more money, and 50 had took her to court, and the judge granted her 12 bands a month, and she been hating 50 ever since then. She hated on that Sierra relationship he had. She even hated on that white girl, Chelsea.
She even hated on old ass what's the old chick that he used to mess with that said no, that said he let he said let lick his booty.
Vivica Fox.
Vivica Fox. She was even hating on that.
She hated on Shaka Khan too. I'm telling you, every person
50 hit Shaka Khan?
Yeah, I sleep.
I didn't know that. Like that's news to me.
He got that old school R&B coochie.
Girl, he said he got the magic stick.
All right now, I ain't gonna lie. But nah, the judge granted her 12 bands, and that's what made her been on a hate campaign ever since. And when she said her son stopped getting child support at 21, no, he stopped getting child support at 24. Even Choke No Joke have exposed that.
Well,
yeah, because he went to school. He did. Yeah. He went to some vocational college
and everything.
He did.
Remember, he everybody on the internet was killing him because he was saying he can't live off of 6 bands a month.
Yeah.
And we're like, damn, your daddy don't give you an online shoe store company and everything like that you ran to the dream. That's why I say, man, play that clip when she was on the radio arguing with 50.
The shoe store was a brick and mortar. The shoe store was a brick and mortar. They wanted to open it on 134 N Guy Brewer. Like the shoe store was supposed to be a brick and mortar store.
But you remember what made him open the shoe store? Because you remember she called him on the radio station and said, "Oh, we're going shoe shopping for school, and he wants to have the most shoes in the classroom." Some crazy situation like that. And there was another kid in the classroom that had like $200,000 worth of shoes. And Marquise wanted to outdo him. And 50 were like, "Yo, you see what type of phone calls I get?" He like, "Yo, you're a mother. You supposed to be telling him, teaching him the value of money. Why is you trying to make him outshine because who his daddy is?" That's when
I told you it's all about the status with like it wasn't about okay, let me take the money he's giving me, put it to the side. Even if I don't do nothing, I got savings. No, it was about showing off in the hood.
His problem with
her and him
and her, they was trying to live off of his money.
And the daughter.
And another thing, her mama held 50 down instead of her. She didn't want to when 50 got shot up, she wanted to kick 50 out the apartment that her mama had gave 50 and her. She was mad at 50. It's even in 50 book that nigga always say that, man, he respect her mama and her daughter, but he doesn't mess with her.
Yeah, the story, you know, them based on true stories don't be real, the real whole truth.
Yeah, but Get Rich or Die Trying was not really like they fabricated Get Rich or Die.
They fabricated the whole thing because they did it in a different borough. He hit out in a different borough.
Like, Pieces to wait, you gonna know the real 50. 50 ain't no lame ninja.
That's what I'm saying. Like he could still come to our hood right now. 50 does back to school drives. He gives out turkeys. He don't come with no security or nothing. Like any given day in the summertime, you could walk down Gabriel over by where Rochdale is at the end of Rochdale and see his drop top outside and seeing like when Ice and all of them, Maserati Fox and all of them was still alive. Come on. He used to be in the hood. He don't need security. She's trying to make it seem like he was a nobody. If you're really a nobody, if you wasn't getting money back then, if you wasn't the person that you were saying you was, how can you come back to your hood and freely move through the hood without nobody doing nothing to you? When I mean nobody on God Brewer, nobody on something, nobody on Merrick. Ain't nobody doing nothing to him.
Y'all should know she capping, man. Who get pregnant by the worker?
This is what I'm saying.
She keeps trying to make it seem like this nigga was just doing baggies and stuff like that, just bagging the dope.
He was the captain of the block. Even Yayo said it. He was the captain of the block. He had like 17
Even
little
his
niggas
ops
working for
saying
him.
it. His ops be saying it. Right
This
here,
is what I'm saying. Banger Smurf. All these people, Banger Smurf. My husband's best friend was Ice, one of his security. Like my homegirl used to mess with Maserati Fox. All these people are from back then, from all the way back then where she's talking about. These are the little niggas that he had on Gabrua selling for him already. So how's he just a corner boy? If you're a corner boy, you're the one selling and getting your work from your connect. No, they was getting their work from him.
Like I say, man, she wasn't out there slinging rocks with him. He wasn't busting them licks with them custos.
My whole thing is, if I was getting $1 million a year, you know your man. You know that he had mad chicks. You know how he is, all that. You should have stashed that bread. You should have built the era that they came up in. She would have been the first to have an online store, like a boutique. She could have did anything and would have been the first and the best at it. She chose to run around the hood and just live off the fact that she was 50 Cent baby mama and she had everything and she could be Gucci, Louis, Fendi. Like, it was all about the fame with them, with her and her son.
To be honest, she really couldn't do none of that because she can't do no she couldn't do no podcasting or anything like that. Because you remember 50 had sent one of his representatives.
No, I'm talking about like if she opened a store. She could have went back to school and got a degree in something. Like, you think he would have financed something like that? I'll finance you improving your life, but why should I finance you all your life and you being a bum? And it's not like he's okay. How can I put this? You can't be with a motivated person. Like 50 is a very motivated person. He done did films, clothes, books, everything. Like, he steps out. He's a outside of the box type person, and you're an inside of the box type person. Unless that's the type of person he wants, you and him is not going to be compatible because he's looking at you now like you're a bum. What are you doing for yourself? What are you trying to do for my kid? And now that Marquise is old enough that legally he doesn't have to take care of him, you're his mother. Like, you have nothing for him to fall back on either.
Well, hold on, because just like we should know the man that we with, he should know the woman that he was with, and he should have known how this was going to play out. Now, there's fouls on both sides because she should have been investing her money, but he also, for his child, should have been setting up a nest egg for him that he couldn't touch, provided that there's certain stipulations. You understand what I'm saying? Like, make sure that your son has some type of trust fund where he can't touch it until he's age 30. And by the time he reaches age 30, he has to have a master's degree in such and such or something. He has to have accomplished some things before he's able to touch that money. And if he hasn't accomplished it by the time he reaches the age 30, then the age limit then expires, and it becomes whenever you accomplish these things, then you can get this money. And those things that he should have accomplished should be things that would continue to carry him on into success. But what we're talking about here is we're talking about hood people, and we gotta definitely keep it all the way a bean and keep it 100 with the mentalities that we're talking about that are going on here. And it's no knock to anybody, but when you come from the hood and your man's got money, you're not gonna think about the road ahead. Now, if you was somebody that's a hustler and you've been in that situation for a while, like for me, example, I was in a relationship with somebody who was a hustler. I knew I had to, after the first time, I knew I had to start building me some kind of a nest egg. So that way, when he was giving me money, I was putting some of that money up. So that way, when he was gone, I was still able to carry on and take care of me and my kids. But that's because experience taught me to make sure that I'm good. I also knew I was going to have to take care of him. So I knew that I needed to make sure this was good, but not everybody snaps into that mentality. They think my man has money, I'm forever going to have money. And if I have a baby by this person, then I'm forever going to have money because now I am biologically tied to him because of this child. So if you ask me, both of them screwed up with this money. 50 not so much because he's the person that's generating the money. But if you're really trying to set your kids up for success, that's what he should have been doing. And I feel like somebody had to have told him that, but instead all of them mismanaged this, and both of them are pointing at each other, but both of them are moving in a hood mentality. You understand what I'm saying? Like It's not about that. And as far as Marquise, like I said, I feel like Marquise is 50's karma because he's giving 50 what 50 gives to everybody else. 50 is the biggest troll online. I ain't knocking it because I be laughing even when I be like, damn, 50 too far too soon. I still, you know, I get the trolling. And when you got
petty.
You got beef with him forever. And guess what? You, his baby mama, y'all got beef probably beyond the grave from here. You the one that was there when he came up. He tried to take care of you and all of that. And y'all beefing and going back and forth like y'all gonna beef forever.
Ever. Yeah. But to piggyback off of what you're saying, the hood needs to, like, we need to start educating ourselves and our children on financial literacy. Because it's the black and brown people in the hood that don't know this stuff, because white people, that's what they do for their kids. Like, they'll be millionaires and their kids have to live a regular life till they complete all these goals to get their money. And that's how they create generational wealth, and that's how they create strong, successful family backgrounds. But as black people, we don't get taught that. As Spanish people, we don't get taught that. As poor people, we don't get taught that. And that's the difference. Like, our kids know words to songs better than they know how to count at this point. Our kids don't even know how to write in script. That's the part that kills me. Like, how are you supposed to sign your name, homeboy? But it got to come back to us educating ourselves to educate our kids. And not for nothing, that's what the hood does to you. Like, you're so broken down and poor and don't have it, and you envy all these other people that have it, that once you get it, it ain't really about keeping it. It's about showing that you have it so you could be a part of or better than. It's always like a like dopamine feeling to be better than people when you in the hood. And it is bad. Like, it really is bad. So I definitely agree on what you're saying. It's both of their faults. It is.
Yeah. And I feel like this, you know, when you get to a certain level and you have that mentality, and I'm speaking on it, and I can speak on it because I've been there. When you have a dude, think about it. He was on the corner. Regardless, he was getting money, true indeed. But he was a corner boy. And now he's blowing up. He's touring. He's got money. He's made it. All you care about, if you're from the hood and never been outside of it or aspired to get out of it, is being the top person in the hood.
Facts.
Because you can't see beyond it. You don't have a vision beyond it. You understand what I'm saying? So, and this shows the mentality of where things are. Like, you were saying that she was buying jewelry and throwing money in the strip club and doing all of this stuff. That is a hood mentality. She was the it girl because she had the money, and then everybody was recognizing her as 50 Cent's baby mama. But you're not 50 Cent. Right. You thought it was going to keep going the whole time for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? Rest of your life. No, that's not how that goes. At some point in time, it's going to get cut off, especially when you're being irresponsible with it. And actually, I could have seen that 50 was going to cut her off with her being irresponsible, because look at what he's done for his money. He's grown his money into an empire. He got G-Unit Records, G-Unit Films, G-Unit Books. This man is doing deals with stars. He got his liquor brand named after his youngest son. He's got that movie, that production thing that he's doing down there.
Yeah,
in Louisiana.
Louisiana, he about to open the studio like Tyler Perry. Yeah,
he's still touring
and he's still selling out.
And he's still making money. His money. That man, everybody was saying when 50 had vitamin water that he was stupid for selling it. No, he was not. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get a brand, build the brand, sell the brand, make a profit. Build a brand, grow the brand, sell the brand at a profit. That's what you do in business. You sell stuff. So at the end of the day, he's learned financial literacy. The sad part is his son is not going to learn financial literacy because he grew up in the midst of both of them having this hood mentality, and he's got his daddy's genes.
Definitely.
You thought you was special.
And somebody mentioned Power, and me and my husband was talking about it. The relationship between Ghost and Tariq is 50 Cent's relationship with his son if he had that amount of money once his son was that age.
I ain't gonna hold you. I thought when Kanan unalived his son, I said, I hope that is not a subliminal.
That was. You ain't hear what Kanan said before? Oh, you want to treat another nigga like your daddy? You ain't loyal? Yeah, it was. It was.
I keep telling
Listen, 50
people,
trolls through
50
everything.
is Kanan. 50 is Kanan for real. Like, you can't play the part the way he did without that being a part of who you are. 50 is Kanan. Deep down, that's who we don't know.
Even the portrayal of what's the other show that's playing right now? That just finished. No. No, the one about Kanan, Raising Kanan. Rock? You see how they portray the mother? Missy Moms was really in the streets like that.
Yeah.
Like she was really like the way that she's trying to 50 comes from a family of real hustlers. Like they was really in the streets like that. So I don't understand how she would try to portray. That's why people don't pay attention. If you noticed in her comments, a lot of people from Jamaica was like, you capping, that's a lie. How you gonna just call him a corner boy? He was getting money. Like even if she came out and said stuff, a lot of people would attack her because she's capping. Like she's downplaying him to make it seem like he ain't shit. Like he's more not shit than what he is. Because every hood nigga ain't shit ass hood nigga in some kind of way. Either they don't take care of their kids, either they
everybody got some ain't shit ways. Yes, everybody has some ain't shit ways to them. Because everybody has ain't shit ways to them. Male, female, shit.
Yeah.
Even some of these kids got ain't shit ways to them.
Exactly. But she's trying to make it seem like he more ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, right. And now you lying and fabricating and exaggerating to make it seem like it's more than what it was. And because, like I said, he stayed always in the hood. He always is in the hood. It's not like he's one of them stars that got big and never came back. He's always here. He's always here.
I know she started bashing him more when his grandparents died.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to play this interview with Charlamagne and 50 Cent. I don't know the one you talking about, Swaggy. You're going to have to find it and send it to me. But this is what 50 had to say about all of this.
If everybody wants to know, is there a possibility
and this is from 2 years ago.
Of you, actually your son wants to sit down with you?
No, he doesn't. See, Charlamagne, you would call me. You don't call TMZ to say you want to sit down. Think about it, man.
Everything.
You want some attention. And it's okay. You can have as much of that as you want. It's just like he's been trained to believe what you see him say in that interview, that what he was saying, he's been trained to believe that for a long time, bro. Like you don't just wake up and say, oh, well, I don't believe what I've been believing forever. You know what I mean? Like when I said that he's entitled, really it's his mom's entitlement. It's been filtered. See, when I told you I was giving out $500,000 a year.
It don't even matter if it was $500,000 a year. That's still what? If it's $500,000, then we said we was going to estimate it to be 84. That means that she was getting what? 42,000 a month.
Same amount Daphne getting.
Somebody, no. Daphne is getting 4,700, not 1,000.
Oh, not 1,000. Okay. Well, damn.
Okay, you still are getting somebody somewhere's salary a month.
I don't know. I just seen in the.
And wait, but you still had the opportunity on top of what he was giving you to get out there and work, to do something else. You should have been stacking what he was giving you, but you wasn't. Instead, you was just spending.
She fumbled that bag. And now she trying to make it seem like it wasn't her fault. It was his fault. No, it was your fault. No matter what that man did to you, no matter the situation, you should have been thinking about you, your kids, and your future grandkids, and not thinking about frivolous stuff like his relationships and how he's treating you and all. I wouldn't care a $500,000 a year. I don't care who you're doing, what you're doing, or how you're doing it. I'm gonna make sure me and mine's is good forever. Forever. $500,000 a year over 10 years. Come on, you would have been a millionaire by yourself. You could have bought a $500,000 house, paid off, put 10, 15 grand in an account to pay your bills, been straight for 4 or 5 years, stacked money, worked. You could have did a lot of things, but instead y'all bought shoes and jewelry and clothes and cars and took trips and did this and did that and showed off to the hood.
Right.
But I just seen that Vanessa said she wanted to come up because she said people be talking about people and don't know people in real life. So I want to know
into the video. Because Papa said you gotta put the brakes. I gotta play the video.
Go through the paperwork to see $500,000 a year.
Where did she
at
go?
that point, she still was expecting more. This is why I took her to child support. You don't usually sign up for child support. Like,
hold on. Now the funny thing about it is, hold on. She says she took him to court. He says he took her to court for child support.
I took myself to child support because she wasn't understanding that I'm already giving you more than you're supposed to get. Then when it turns into the $6,700, that's not enough, and it's never going to be enough.
Mm-hmm.
But remember me constantly coming to you and talking to you.
So she ended up at the end, Poppin said, "Where are you? Did it drop you?
I don't know what happened.
Where is Poppington? Come back. Let me drop the link." I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. Because I want to get through the video and then finish having the conversation. Because I got something that just came in that I have to end this video with. So if you here now, you better stick around. Because yeah, I got something else that hot off the presses that came right into my inbox. And where y'all? Why y'all not on? Okay, there y'all go. I'm like, why are they not on the screen? All right, let's finish the video. But yeah, now he said it got dropped from $500,000 down to $6,700. So now you down to the Daphne Joy because she got $4,700. You done messed up $500,000, girl.
She don't want to work. She needs to get a job. She didn't hear me.
Yeah, you used to always say he's almost 18. The child support's gonna be up.
Gonna be up soon, and you don't see it because that's not real to them. They just live in the moment, and it's fine. I'll take care of it on the next thing when it comes. The next check's coming in every month. Like I don't feel the pressure that or resentment that men feel with child support because I take care of it when the problems happen.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning I took the money and moved it to an account that year. So on the books, that was an expense for that year. And then the next year, I didn't feel that financially anymore.
So his child support, now you just learned something, men who have businesses and things of that nature. That's a business expense. I ain't know that.
That's what I told you. He know how to work that system. He know how to work that legal system. So he was getting tax write-offs for his child support. Ain't that some ish? But you heard what he said. I kept telling her. Kept telling her.
So it ain't like he just cut her off all the way. He was warning her. This is. I guess she thought, nah, it's sweet. Mm-mm.
And it was like they was receiving it every month, but I had already put that money since I already took the loss on that year. So later, if you're not having years that bring in the same kind of money, it may affect you more later. I mean, if your career slows down, if you're not, I just didn't want that to be an issue at any point, so I just took care of it. Saya is the situation when I have good communications with and for him, it's his aunt. Really, his aunt's make it easier for me because I don't really like with moms like that. So, but we have been able to share and raise it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no real fighting there and stuff like that. And you go on outside of you would think that puppy situation, there's nothing else there.
Now that's crazy because he just brought up the puffy situation, but he said there is a mutual party that makes it easy for him, and that he's allowed to be a part of his son sire. He said sire, right? Yeah. Life, because he don't rock with Daphne. That's the difference between Marquise and Sire.
Yeah. And not for nothing, I feel him because I have 3 children. My oldest daughter is not my husband's, but we've been together since she was 2. Her father and me, to this day, we still don't communicate. If anything, when she was growing up, I never took him to court for child support. He always had access to her, but he had to go through my grandmother. Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you because I don't want to argue. I don't want that bit. I did the bitter baby mama thing for a year and a half, beat your girl up through, like I was Krishan. I was kicking out windows, all kind of stuff for a year and a half.
Okay? You was beating up the girlfriend.
I was Krishan in like 2019, 2020. How she used to be. Like I was really on that at 19, 20 years old. I was really on that. And
well, why was you beating up the girlfriends?
Keep the shame.
No. I beat up the specific girl, the one that he left me for, the one that was hoeing on South Road and stripping inside of that bullet hole ass strip club and was trying to play in my face and act like she was his cousin friend when she was riding my baby daddy penis. That's why I beat her up a couple of times.
Lord.
And I bust out his granddaddy windows. I ain't care because all y'all had that bitch up in there and smiling in my face, so everybody had to get it. So I ain't understanding when people crash out on their baby daddies, because I did it, but I didn't want to be that person no more. So what I did was I said, I don't want the courts involved. I don't want you ever say, well, oh, you don't let me take care of her, or you force me on child. No, that's my child. I'm going to take care of her, but you're not going to talk to me. You're going to talk to my grandmother. And then when my husband stepped into the situation when she was 2, him had the conversations of when my daughter would go over there or not. I don't need to speak to you. Me and you ain't together. The more I speak to you, the more feelings will come up, the more other stuff. I don't want to be involved. But a lot of people don't be that way. A lot of people put their baby daddy on child support just off of spite. And let me just keep this baby because he already got a girl and he treats that baby so good. Or, well, he gets money. He's on that corner getting money. So let me get this baby because I'm gonna get his money. Like, come on, chicks is grimy, and just because you somebody famous baby mother, you is not like you ain't out that category. You could be the same way, because the other baby mother, if this puffy thing didn't come up and we wasn't paying attention, nobody would know how much of a 304 Daphne really is. Like, Daphne done went from Floyd to Nelly. She had a couple of basketball players. She done had Diddy.
I did not mention any of that. Just for
I'm
the
just
record,
saying.
that is not
I'm
me.
just saying. And Shaquan, the first baby mom, I know you ain't talking, because why you ain't telling people why he really don't mess with you? Because you fucked his ops. Why you ain't telling them that?
What?
That you was fucking one of his ops. Like, nigga that tried to kill him op.
She woke up with violence on her mind today.
Like, that's why I be like, I don't like that. I don't like when women, as women, my husband always used to joke about it, but now I'm realizing it. We don't really take accountability for our bullshit. We don't. But as women, if we don't start taking accountability for our bullshit, our children are doomed. Because this generation of kids, they don't take accountability for nothing. They don't have respect for nothing. And it's partly the mother, like the mother's the main nurturer, the main teacher. It's partly our faults, because we don't know how to take accountability for ourselves. We don't know how to control our anger. We don't know how to process things first and then react. So all of our downfalls and our mishaps that happen in our lives transfer over to our kids. And what the old people say, your kids are 10 times worse than you. And that's why the generations under us is so bad now, because we as parents, like, we effed up. And as women, we cannot blame the men, because we laid down and had these kids with these men. That's why I tell my daughter's 25. She broke the generational curse. Me, my grandmother, and my mother are 17 years apart. My daughter's 25, and thank you God I'm not a grandmother yet. Because I always tell her, you have to pick the right person to have a child with. Even if you know you're not going to be with this man, or you have a feeling, you have to make sure that his family is good. You can't be stuck in a situation now. You have a baby, you have no help because your family's messed up, his family's messed up. No, pick right. My son, pick right. You don't want to have a baby with a girl that we might have to take the baby from her, or she's not gonna, when she's mad at you, she's gonna do something to the baby. You have to pick right. But instead, music, culture, everything is more, let's just do this, have sex. You can have abortion, take a morning after pill. It don't matter. Do this. Like, come on. To me, like I said, we as people need to start doing, thinking, and learning better. That's it.
All right. Well, let's finish up the video, you guys.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
You know, most young men grow up and they realize that, you know, they was only getting one side of the story, usually from the mother. So then that's when they want to, you know, go talk to the pops and they like, damn, have that relationship.
It kind of happened in Raising Canaan.
Yeah, you know, Raising Canaan was really like him. This the kid has been sheltered and he looks and he's excited by Ghost. He's wearing the suit stuff. And you don't really understand who Ghost is. You see what I'm saying? Like they didn't get in the jail to make that, and he wanted to get his business back. It was just allowing him the opportunity to deal with that, so he would deserve everything that he did for him. You see what I'm saying? In that character. But when you look at to this point where if you mailed someone $1 million, right, and have zero respect for you, how much you think you got to give them before they have a little bit?
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
It's not gonna, the relationship, I don't think that works.
Yeah. So you would never be open to it?
No, I don't think the relationship works. Look, for a long time, Charlie, man, I went running behind him. I went places that he went and he left the place. You see what I'm saying? And then I went to, in the text messages that was out, if y'all get a chance to look at them, that's me talking to his mother, because his mother's texting me through his phone. You see what I'm saying? So I said the thing that I said, knowing that this is her responding to me. And it looks a little rough for him, for what I'm saying to him, but it's the circumstances of, look, what's the penalty of you not following the order? All you do is go back to court.
Yeah.
She never got a job. What is the penalty? There's no penalty for her. They're going to tell me to pay my lawyer, to pay her lawyer.
That's real.
To pay for everything every time you go do it. And there's no penalty for her because she doesn't have anything outside of what they're saying is support for the child.
That is a valid point. And I think this is something that a lot of people overlook when you start talking about child support and who gets what and all of that stuff and I will admit that the system is not set up to be fair, and a lot of times as women we get the benefit of the support, right? But I can't always say that either, because look at Kelis got all of that spousal support, that alimony, that child support, and Kelly's got businesses, brands that she's got over here. She took that money and she flipped that money and is making that money work for her. Now, I'm not saying that I agree to anything that went on, because whatever. I didn't understand why Nas was with her in the first place. I mean, I like her music and all of that, but I don't even understand that dynamic, how it came to be. But she took her money, and the thing is, she's not back in court because child support is running out and I can't take care of my kid. No, she's over here doing this and this and this with the money that she's accumulated on her own, as well as with this child support. From what it looks like, we don't hear about them going back and forth to court to renegotiate child support and all of that stuff. So again, I guess it just takes a certain mentality. And for me, 50, being a man of the stature that he is, he's always going to love his hood chicks and the 304s. It's obvious. And this is what comes with, if you are educated in something and your partner is not, I feel like it is your job, if you plan on having anything with this person, to educate them on it. If you are with someone, you have a child with them, like he had a child with her, they elevated in life. If they don't get it, these are the consequences. So it goes back to what you were saying earlier about picking your baby mamas and baby daddies wisely. But there's 1 minute and some change left. Let's finish this up.
So what do? They're not gonna tell her to pay for anything. She just to continue the same energy you see there has been there the whole time. Look, you're talking about a kid that's not even a kid. He's 25 years old. Mm-hmm. You know what my issue was at 16? Angela, they wanted to charge me as an adult then. You see what I'm saying? So you look and you go, when you gonna figure it out? Right. They fronting like they act like they got money. You ain't got no money. Ain't no money there. The house that they stayed in Atlanta while they was out there foreclosed on them before they left as the child support was in. Complete mismanage of the money that you was being sent. You see what I'm saying? And they'll look and keep making reference to that point that they have money. That was the point that you was around me. But they don't have nothing now. He was in Queens working in Vanity. He's the hookah boy. You see what I'm saying? So while he's there, go order a hookah, watermelon hookah, and you see him run, go get it.
Man, shut up, Fifth, man. By the way, Fifth, you are the person who said, have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. So that's your fault.
Yeah, this is after I got the numbers back. After they told me what was...
So now we know the history behind have a baby by me, baby, and be a millionaire. It had to do with his child support. So I guess he wasn't.
He wasn't talking about the previous baby. He was talking about the future babies. But he didn't lie to Daphne. He lied because Daphne ain't no million.
She's not even a thousandaire at this point.
Girl, all that freaking and geeking she was doing, and you got a baby father like that. She's another one. You should have been up. You done messed with a dude like Floyd that gives out Birkins like candy. Girl, I'd have been up. Sometimes I'd be wishing I was one of them 304s because these chicks do not know how to work these niggas the right way. Even Young Miami, you was getting all that money from Diddy. Now you on the gram looking like a basic bitch. You ain't even so spectacular no more. And you was getting all that money from him.
Oh Lord!
But you wanted to be rent yachts and private jets and all that. Like I said, I'm from the hood. Like my husband had a good 6-7 year run where we was getting money, going on vacation, spending 20,000, 30,000 in 9 days and stuff like that. We went through all of that, but we was young. I didn't know to save money. Everybody makes mistakes. Do I wish I could turn back the hands of time and go back? Yes, I do. But at the end of the day, we still have 2 houses. We still can maintain. Our kids are still good. You have to still maintain. Come on. My husband had to be on the run for 2 years. I had to take care of my son. You have to stay. Like, you can't. I'm sorry. No matter if you're married, you have a life partner, you cannot depend solely on one person to take care of you and your child. It takes 2 people. This is not back in the days. This is not the 40s and 50s where the man worked and you sit at home and have 50 million babies and then he done worked to death. So by the time he's 60, he done died because he done had to work 5, 6. This is not back in the days. It's not. And as a woman, you should be able to want more for yourself anyway. And it's sad because a lot of the culture nowadays is the come up is bouncing up and down on a penis. That's what a come up is. These girls don't want careers. They don't want to start their own businesses, get their own money. No, they want the richest dude.
Well, Poppington, thank you. I'm gonna let Swagalow give his. You stay. I'm gonna let Swagalow give his final thought, and then I believe Vanessa is here. So go ahead, Swagalow. What is your final thought on this? I think you're muted. Hold on. I can't unmute you. You got to unmute your mic. Swagger. Okay, well, I'm going to drop him down. Hey, Vanessa, how are you?
Hey, Booby, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right, I really, you know me. I came up yesterday. I'm coming up today. A lot because you're talking about subjects that really mean a lot to me, right? 50 Cent, although I have a like and dislike for him, right? Because he did some things in the past to Jimmy Hinchman's son, which I didn't like. You understand? But that doesn't mean that he is not has a brilliant business mind. A lot of people that get up here and they talk about people and they really don't know them. They only know about what they heard about them or this or that or whatever the case may be. And I feel that maybe I'm wrong for saying this. I hope you and Poppington or whatever could correct me. But these little 304s that they be getting, and then they clear skin, or they not, like from us melanated people, they just seems to go crazy with it. You know what I mean? And like the girl Daphne and getting with Diddy and this and that and that and this and all that. I just find that to be preposterous. You know what I mean? Like it's like mad crazy. What he do with his son? Because I was a late bloomer. I had my daughter at 35 years old, right? Everybody in my family had children before me. And by me having my daughter, she's the best blessing that I ever had in my life. And she's 28, and she be getting on me, but sometimes I don't really like certain things that she say, but I listen, because sometimes, each one teach one. You can always learn something. You can learn something from a roach. You can learn something from learn how they live,
Not a
how they
roach.
get it, how they getting out clothes and such and such. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like for 50 Cent, with him, with his shows and stuff like that, I have to take my hat off to him. You understand? Because he's doing a lot of things that a lot of us are not able to do. And he's employing a lot of people who the other ones turn their nose up to. You understand? Like and I respect him for that. I respect him for that. Like I really, really, really do respect him. And I do appreciate you guys getting on, every day and talking about tough subjects that are hard to speak about. Like a lot of times we have the podcast people and all that, and y'all build relationships with each other. Y'all don't really know each other in real life, you know what I mean? But y'all build relationships with people, and I appreciate the fact that even still, you give me the chance to come up here to talk about, because I do know 50 Cent, and I do know quite a few other rappers. I do know Jimmy Hinchman, who's in jail now, and whatever, and my brother's helping them. You know what I'm saying? And Prince, all of them. You know what I'm saying? But then when people jump behind them and say, "Oh, I know them. Y'all don't know them. You don't know them. You only know the stories that you heard about them.
Right.
And for 50 Cent to get up there and talk his truth, I have to respect that man.
Well, see, that's why I brought Poppington up here, because I know Poppington is from Queens, and she has more like boots to the ground kind of like information than I could, because I don't know these people. All right. So I just know what I know on the internet. And I know that, she got up here and she's been telling her story. And, with me, she does give bitter baby mama vibes. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hold you. She does give bitter baby mama vibes. I understand where she would be coming from, because it's typical behavior that we see, right? There's the girl that held him down, and then things went awry. And now he goes on about his life, and he blows up and becomes this super mega uber ultra star, and you still in the hood. So you feel a way. You feel like you're old. You feel like he should take care of you. You feel a way about the relationships. You feel a way about him having another baby with somebody else. Let's be real with ourselves. Women, men, everybody has those feelings and emotions when you've been with somebody and you go your separate ways. I think she still has love for him, which has now become some type of grudge and animosity. She's weaponized her love for him. So I'm not going to sit up here and say that, but at the same time, 50 ain't innocent in this neither. Both of them have played their parts in this. She talked about you know, he put his hands on me in front of my kids. She talked about him putting hands on her in front of Marquise and in front of her daughter, and that wasn't the only 2 times. Okay, so y'all had that going on in your relationship. She claims that he sexually assaulted her. I don't know. I think it's more of the thing of she didn't want to, he wanted to, and it ended up happening, and she fell away. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not saying it did. I'm not saying it didn't, because I wasn't there. I wasn't in the bedroom, so I don't know what happened. I do know she claims that she has police reports or whatever, so I thought she was going to be bringing out the receipts, but you forgot that you signed over everything to you, and you never bothered to check the paperwork. You would know this man better than anybody else, and if you think those cunning, savvy, first of all, anybody who's been out on the streets hustling of any magnitude, you have to expect them to be very cunning and savvy when it comes to business, okay? Because that means he knew what was in that life rights. In order for them to pull it out now when she started talking, he knew exactly what she was signing over. Her problem is she was too caught up in love and was not thinking about business and signed over her whole life, every portion of her life. He said factual and non-factual, fictional and non-fiction. That means that he could make up a character and make it based off of you and make it say and do whatever he wants it to say and do, and you can't sue him for defamation of character or no nothing, because you allowed him to get your image, your voice, your likeness, your everything. You signed it all over. Okay,
That's a fact.
So
that's a fact. But you know what,
I don't
Henny?
know.
Because I know that you probably getting ready to get off in a few minutes, and you know I always come towards the end.
Yeah. That's
With
why I waited to bring you up, because I know you like to come towards the end.
yo, with 50 Cent, right? And he made that thing with Hamo, right? I know Hamo personally. I know his sister. She have a baby from what's her name? Maine. What's his name? Right? Maine. Right. So I know these people. Every year we celebrate everybody's birthday. You know, and I'm in the middle of like because I lost my father through gun violence. I lost my brother through gun violence. That's not an easy thing to get over. But what I will tell you is this, is that I am going to be perfectly honest with you as much as I can be, is that if he took these likenesses and he took all this and he made it a TV show, as he should. Nobody else wasn't smart enough to do it. And then now he do it, like his son acting up and acting a fool or whatever. The little hooker, 3 or 4, Daphne. I believe that 50 Cent and all of them knew that Daphne was a 3 or 4 before. You know what I mean? Like, I just really believe that they knew.
He messed up and got her pregnant by accident.
all these heifers, right? And I'm gonna say heifers because they all come. My thing is this, Henny. Correct me if I'm wrong. Popperton, please tell me. They always want to downplay dark-skinned women and say, "Oh, now they ugly. They ain't this, they ain't that." So they go out there and they get these heifers that are nice looking as far as they see, good hair and all that, and they're the biggest whores out here.
And then still cheat with the dark skinned ugly girl. Clock that T. Go ahead, clock the T. Keep going.
Or they go out here and they start messing with a foreign, but still cheat with a black girl.
Clock the T.
Like
saying.
OJ Simpson, we gonna go all the way back to it.
Oh no, not OJ. Wait a minute.
OJ gave us up. He cashed in his black card and got the white girl or whatever. The whole world condemned OJ when that lady died. All the way.
Look at Kanye and Kim.
And my thing is this: when is enough for us? Like, stop taking. Like, I tell my daughter all the time. I said, let me tell you something. If a ninja ain't treating you like the queen that you are,
skedaddle.
Get rid of them.
Hold on, I want to answer this question. So, Carletta asked, was it signed out of love or fear or greed? The time that she signed that life rights over, it was for him to do the Get Rich or Die Trying movie, the book, all of the stuff about his life, and in those portions she's a part of that, and they were together at that time. So I'm gonna say that I believe that it was out of love that she signed it, but love don't mean that you don't read the paperwork.
Well, I think it was
And
out of
that's
love
something
and
we
greed.
all gotta. Well,
I
if
think
you
it was
with
out of
him,
love and greed.
if you with him, then what's his is yours at that time. And I'm quite sure neither one of them thought they would end up where they are today at that point in time when he had put that movie out, because she said she was with him for years. They was together for years. So I don't know. I mean, maybe could have been a little bit of greed, but I do feel like she loved him. She trusted him. She didn't feel like she had to check behind him. And so, oh,
Henny,
you doing a movie? I'm
Henny, you
excited.
from
I
New
don't
York.
think it was out of fear though.
Henny, you from New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Poppington is from New York.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from New York, born and
Mm-hmm.
bred in Brooklyn. Let me tell you something. my dad, he was not the best father in the world, but he did whatever he had to do for his kids, right? You do not. One thing we don't do, loyalty means everything. You do not go and take a picture with the ops and know
Thank
that
you.
this man
Well,
done shot you 8, 5,
well,
10 times or whatever. The person was 9, then it's 5. I don't give a goddamn.
I don't
My
know. The
father
point
got
is he
shot
was
and he
shot.
died. My
But this
Right.
is
father
what
got
I'm
shot and he
saying.
died. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? The
Right.
nigga world in them had something to do with my father getting killed. You understand? And all of these is intertwined into 50 Cent. And I still got mad respect for him. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You do not. I pray every day because I'm a very nasty person. I will tell you that. And I have to pray for God to cover my mouth because I just have a lot of anger. You know what I'm saying? Because I lost a brother, my brother James Hamilton Jr. I lost my father, James Hamilton Sr., through gun violence or whatever. You know what I mean? And I have to pray every day for, because I don't want to take this to the grave with me. But I will tell you one thing for certain and two things for sure. What my father taught us was you gotta have loyalty. You
Yeah.
have to have loyalty. If you don't have loyalty, you have nothing. You know, and like for 50 Cent's son, I wouldn't. I don't think my father would have took it that extreme. But for him to take that picture with Prince's son, you know, that was a slap in the face. Like, bro, for real. Like, that was
But
a
that's why
slap in the
he
face.
going through what he going through right now, and that's why his mama going through what his mama going through right now. Because I mean, come on. Now I'm gonna say this, you know, she is definitely, well, he is definitely getting the last laugh, and she is definitely in a space and a place where she's not going to be able to maneuver out of where she's been backed into. And messing around with the ops and all of that stuff right there, I would say that's karma.
I think that 50 Cent, like, to be honest with you, right? Because King Tut just came home from jail like last year sometime, and they was
Mhm.
at the strip club and blah, blah, blah. I know King Tut too. You know, my thing is
You know
this.
everybody, Vanessa.
Well, hey, I'm
Bream
in
just came
Brooklyn.
home too.
I'm
Bream
in
just came home
Brooklyn.
too.
Who?
She said Preem.
Oh, yeah, Preem. Yeah, he came
Yeah,
home in
Prince.
September.
Prince. Yeah,
Prince, not
yeah,
Preem. Prince.
Prince.
And yeah, well, Prince came home, and you know what I said between me, you, and Poppington, and the rest of the world, right? I was,
I was about to say, girl, we on live.
I was saying, right, because when Tut came home, right, because I live in East New York, but I'm originally from Bed-Stuy, and I said, okay, so y'all was over there at the strip club throwing money.
Mm-hmm.
50 Cent was there. He
Mm-hmm.
was there with Mac Mama, right? And I was saying to myself, like, you are so stupid. Because I would not have never took a picture with Prince or none of them, like, as far as what they were doing, because if you're gonna make a documentary, then I need to get some of that bread. I'm not gonna be sitting over here and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know, maybe I am, but when Supreme when Prince came home, well, no, I didn't even know Prince came home. I didn't know Prince came home until after Tut came home, right? So when Tut came home, him and his wife, they was over there, blah 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 blah, whatever. And I'm saying to myself, why would you allow them to take a picture, right? And then you put it up, and then now because 50 Cent he deals with loyalty, so he's not gonna f with you because you are still effing with Preem or Prince or whoever, whatever. Like, I would just try to get into my bag. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I would get into my bag. They try to get their little podcast going on or whatever. But just that's just me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, YouTube, I heard they don't really pay a lot of money or whatever. I don't know because I'm not going to get no podcast because if somebody come for me, I got to go for them. But
that's why I be going in the way I be going in when people be trying to come for me. I will cuss you out. Don't play with me.
Yes.
This ain't that.
And I respect you because like you was always like for me, Henny. I've been down with you for like day one. Like I always used to say, Henny, get them receipts. She do this, she do that. Like back in the day, she pulled up this about this one and that one and that one and this one, and then they all tried to follow suit. But you are nice and nasty. You are nice and nasty, and you just like when somebody say something to you you don't like, you just say what you say. And then the other podcasters, you don't say nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, fuck it. Excuse my language. I don't mean.
No, you good. We well into this, girl. This done went longer than what I thought. But listen.
But you like when you came, like I was really upset because when you came down here to New York, right? I think that New Yorkers should have received you more. You know what I'm saying? Because I watch you and you do the Christian Rock factor, you do this and you do that. And I felt like I watched you when you was outside with that sorry ass, the other one. I ain't even gonna say his name, but he just does too much. You know what I'm saying? Like he do too much, like to say that this person is that person is this. But I respect you for you doing your commentary on what you seen, how you seen it, and whatever way that you feel that you could say, well, I don't like this, I don't like that. And Henny, we can agree to disagree. It's okay.
Right.
It's okay. You in Florida, I'm in New York. I don't know where Popperton at. Maybe she out here in Brooklyn.
She in Queens get the money, okay?
Miss outside, we outside.
Queens got a bunch of lames, Popperton. Stop it, right? They got
First of all, okay, you know what? I'm tired of this little thing about Queens. I'm tired about this little thing versus Queens. Let me tell y'all something. Yeah, y'all could say, oh, we're bougie, we're whack, we're all of that. And it's only because all of us have front and backyards, and we know that the other boroughs are jealous. But Queens is the place where the most grimiest niggas live. You want to know why? Because y'all will come to a party with a Queens nigga. He'll party with you, buy you bottles, got bitches and sections and all that, and leave you in somebody's backyard. See, Brooklyn people, y'all more straightforward, so we know y'all grimy. The Bronx, y'all grimy in face. Queens, we'll take that, but don't niggas out here getting popped.
We definitely grimy in Brooklyn. I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
This is what I'm saying. We're grimy on the back burner. Like y'all don't see our griminess because it's all front yards, backyards, trees, and houses. Y'all don't see the griminess, but believe you me,
you better step
goes
up
down
to the place, Henny,
over here.
I know you was out here in Brooklyn too. Yo, shut Popperton down, because Popperton is really, really popping.
Yes, she is.
I got family in Brooklyn too. I got family in Canarsie. I got family in Bed-Stuy. Like I'm a Brooklyn girl too. I'm Caribbean, so half my family's in Brooklyn, half my family's in Queens. So I'm kind of like when people meet me, that's the first thing they ask: are you from Brooklyn? Because I'm not an average Queens chick. They say most Queens chicks are delicate and dainty and stuck up. No, that's an act that I play when I want something. If I want your nigga, if I want some money, I'll play that role. But
Well, Popperton, it's all in jokes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The
No,
jokes and things.
I know. Listen, us New Yorkers will get at each other, but nobody else from no other state better come
They
up here and
better
say
not.
nothing.
They better not.
Listen, I was trying to get her to pop out while I was at the courthouse, okay? But you know, life happens. I'll be up there again. If everything flows right the way that it's supposed to, I'll be back up there in October
Well, call me.
for
I'm
the
gonna inbox
sentencing.
you. I'm gonna inbox you my number and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, call me because I was telling my brother. I said I ain't going up. That is the little black ugly heifer taking off her wig off to my baby or a baby or a baby or like
You know she was a crackhead. You know
you
she
make
was a
us look
crackhead.
bad. You make
It was wild. It was wild. I was thinking about opening up the panel and allowing y'all to ask me questions, but y'all can't ask me questions about other content creators if I do that, because I'm not going to talk about other content creators. But I was thinking about opening the panel, just letting y'all ask me whatever it is that y'all want to know about what was going on up there at the Diddy trial, because I know y'all want to know, because it's different to see it. It's another thing to be there.
I heard Tisa tells.
We not
Tisa
talking.
tells is a slut bucket. BITCA.
No, we not doing that. We not
Okay, all
doing
right.
that.
Well, then
No,
you
no,
say-
no, no, no.
okay,
We
all
not
right,
doing that.
Okay.
What I will say is Tisa stayed to herself while she was up there. She did have security while she was there. People's, I don't.
All right, Eddie, let me ask you another question. Popperton, like, piggyback off of it. When this person came up there, right? He already said that he was going to turn it up. He said, yo, and when I seen that the
Didn't I
first
just say to you, we not talking about content creators?
But I ain't say no content creators.
Nope, I'm not answering that question. Next question.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Next question. Vanessa, what's your next question?
Popperton, you ask the next question, because every question I ask, it ain't right.
Listen, I ain't got no questions. I'm enjoying you clocking all the tea over here. I'm laughing.
No, ma'am. Listen, I was
no ham, no cheese, no eggs, no slices,
no spam, none of it.
No spam.
No, I will say this: I made friends with a lot of people up there and alliances with a lot of people. When I say alliances, I mean that we're cool. I didn't have any smoke with anyone that was up there. I just moved around and kept it cordial, kept it cute, whatever. Whatever other people did or do when they got back to their prospective homes was what they decided to do. I'm not in that. My name is Bennett. I'm not in it. What I will say is personally, I had a good experience up there. And I enjoyed myself. I'm saddened that the experience was overshadowed by drama. That's what I will say, because we did something amazing. We did something that I don't think YouTube has ever seen before. Every last one of the content creators, we turned YouTube into a television station for real. Like, this was a TV, okay? And these channels that we got, y'all was flipping through the channels to get the content from everybody. You heard us talking to other content creators that you may not have known about, which expanded your horizon to other people, whether you chose to stay with them or not. We all showcased one another in different ways. And I think it was beautiful. I also think that it was beautiful that it was a lot of Black media out there outside of legacy media. And at some point in time, legacy media had to put respect on our names, because we were out there just like them in the rain, in the heat, in the cold. We were out there just like them, running those stories down, taking our notes. And some of our notes was better than their notes. And I will say this: some of your favorite legacy media people were sitting in the courtroom nodding. Okay. So so no. They put respect on our names, and I think everybody deserves their kudos for that.
And they did. And I respect you, just like I told you from the beginning of me coming up there. I was like, yo, Henny, y'all did your thing. You know what I mean? Like, y'all really, really, really did your thing, and y'all spoke highly, for this YouTube backstory, because a lot of times they look at YouTube as like a trash, they this, they that.
Yeah, bottom barrel.
I didn't look at it like that. Like, I was like flicking, like I said, oh, Henny on today. I said, this one on now. this one, you know, I was looking at everybody, so it didn't really matter to me about who I was watching. I
Right.
was watching all of you guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I appreciate the fact that you came to our fair city, New York City, and you showed up and showed out
Thank
for
you.
people in New York. That's it. You know
Thank
what I
you.
mean? I really appreciate you. Now,
Thank you
with
so much.
that being said, I'm dropping down.
She's dropping down, y'all. Well, thank you for coming up, Vanessa. I appreciate you every time you do.
Okay, mama.
All right. So I'm going to take a minute just to acknowledge everybody. Thank you, Pretty Ginger, for the super chat. Thank you. I am Olivia True for the super sticker. Thank you, Cheryl Bird, for the super sticker. Beyonce's lace front said, Pop need to start the NYC sector. Okay. Look, she gonna have to come up here and get a commentary on the ground, okay? When we start talking about some of these peoples that be around these towns. Thank you, Carletta, for the super chat. Thank you so much, Xavier, for the super chat. She said, come on, chat, tip the bar. Listen, this was a great welcome back because at the end of the day, you know, the channel, whoo, baby, I had to let this channel cool for a second because they was playing with me. They got to stop playing with me. Don't play with me, okay? My name is That Girl Henny, okay? Because I'm that girl. Don't play. But thank y'all for the welcome back that you guys have given me. This was like back to normal because the other ones were not so much. Had to let the channel cool a little bit and then come back. But I thank y'all for tapping in and tuning in. Poppington, do you have anything that you would like to say on the closing?
I just want to say that every story is three sides to every story. We need to stop just believing everything we hear and actually use our common sense to put stuff together. Us as women need to start taking more accountability for the things, places, and people that we bring into our lives and our children's lives. And being a bitter baby mother is not the move. We watch a lot of bitter baby mothers, and it never ends well because you being bitter, the next person that you're with, even if they're good to you, it's gonna trickle over there. It's just a lot of things. Fix yourself. Fix yourself. Stop depending on others to take care of you, whether it's financially, physically, or mentally, and take care of yourself. And then you would never be bitter. Because if you had your own thing and your own money, you wouldn't even care when that child support would have stopped, or you wouldn't care when he starts messing with this one or that one. You wouldn't care.
I'm trying to tell you.
So at the end of the day, as women, we need to step our games up and stop trying to, like, we need to depend on ourselves, not on some, oh, women live, we don't need a man. You do need a man, but it's when you have a relationship, whether it's a sexual relationship or friendship or whatever, the people have to be equally yoked, or it has to be a yin and yang thing where what I'm lacking, you're not lacking, and we could actually even each other out. You cannot just depend on one person solely for the rest of your life to do certain things for you. Things happen, life. Right. And there's no guarantee, and especially people in the hood. We deal with men that do things that there's no guarantee if they'll be in jail forever or in the ground forever. So we need to start being smart about certain things. We need to be financially literate. We need to know about having insurance on people and making sure that you could bury people without doing GoFundMe's, but you're on there in a Porsche and a big chain. Like it's things that living in the hood, we know, we see. Like you live in the projects, but you got the best car in the hood. Like it's things that we see that we need to change. Instead of being materialistic to show off, be materialistic to gain financial freedom, generational wealth. Stop showing off. Because when you get to, you could take those years that you show off and then you could shit on niggas from your 50s, 40s. You could do whatever you want. Then stop living in the now. Start living in the future. I know people be like, no, you have to live in the now. No, you have to live in the future, especially when you have kids. And it's a legacy that's going to happen because our grandparents thought about us. their grandparents thought about them. We're not thinking about our grandkids. We're living for today. And it's not right. And I just feel like I'm speaking to the women. I'm not going to speak on the men because I'm not a man. And I don't feel like I have the right to actually tell a man what to do because I'm not a man and I don't know the mindset of men and how men really think about things. But as women, yes, we need to start taking accountability. We need to start really investigating the people that we're having these kids by. We need to stop moving on feelings and start moving on common sense and logic. And we need to start living for our kids and for their kids' future. Like we need to start doing that. If not, we're going to always be the lowest of the totem pole when it comes to any kind of business, financial things. Like we got to step our game up. And unfortunately, it unless the whole community at once decides to do it, it's never going to happen. But at least the ones that are listening and taking heed, hopefully this will trickle down to y'all. But it is what it is. Like being bitter is not the move. The best glow up is when you grow up. That's the best glow up you could give anybody is when you grow up. When they can't get to you the way they used to get to you, when it doesn't matter, you're all about yourself and the best thing for yourself. That is the best glow up you can do for any and every situation. So it is what it is.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss Poppington, for coming up and popping it with me. I always appreciate you when you come up. And this won't be the last time. So that's gonna do it for today's spiked coffee in the morning, because we started in the morning and I brought you all the way into the noon and caught you up on everything. If you missed anything, don't worry, I will be posting the videos so that you guys can just get to the parts that you guys want to get to. So that's what I'll be doing. I will see you guys back here at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the late night pour up. I have some more hot Henny that I need to drop for you guys. Yeah. No, you said you had breaking news. I did break the news, Nino Black. The breaking news was that Blueface lost a $1.17 million civil lawsuit on Wack's watch. That was the breaking news. The Eddie Kane on you. That was the breaking news that I had to give. And I even tallied up how much it all equals out to. And it's like 17 million and change that has happened since he's been in Click City, and Wack has supposed to be managing him. But like I said then, that does not surprise me because the game lost his whole house. He lost his whole house. Like, you know, it was more so exposing the piece of crap that Wack has become as a manager, or has always been, I should say, as a manager. So wait, why are we putting California, Colorado, Georgia, Florida, Kansas, Louisiana, Missouri? Wait, what is this? Minnesota, Ohio, Texas? Wait, what's this? What is that, Carletta? I don't know what we putting up there. Very much self-absorbed. Nice, like, yes. There you go. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. How does it feel to be me? I think I'm gonna go watch that. Off topic. Kevin Gates tried to spin the block to Drico. What? Not after all the shenanigans he's been pulling online. Not he tried to spin the block and go back to Drika. Drika be out here minding her business, baby. Oh, yes. Carletta. If you need insurance, hit up Carletta. Okay. She is registered in all of the states that she just mentioned. You need insurance, life insurance, regular insurance, health insurance, all of that. She got you. Okay. She got you. She got me. She got me some health insurance, okay? Because I needed some insurance, baby. When I left New York, I left my insurance. So I needed me some insurance, and she got me some. She got me some good insurance. And she also sat down and work with me on something that would be budget savvy and feasible for me to be able to pay every month so that I can take care of it. And she also sat down and made sure that I was able to take care of deductibles, co-pays, prescriptions, everything. So if you need insurance, hit up Carletta Antoinette. She is on Instagram. She will get you through it because, yes, she's not one of these people that's just out here trying to sell you a policy. She wants to make sure that you can maintain your policy, okay? So definitely. Real One asked, do you even know Wack? And that's some crazy work to leave some money on a video about your nephew owing money. Sad. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Do you know Wack? Is that why you in here asking me that? Here we go. You want to come up here, Real One? Let's see how real it can get. Because I got time. I got time today. I just looked at my watch. I got time today. True coming at Carletta for. How is that some wild itch to put on a video about her nephew owing money? She ain't make him owe money. Do you know her? Do you know her to come for her? Oh. It's quiet. Ain't no back talk. Anyway, I have enjoyed my time back with you guys. I was like really like about it. But now that I'm back. So I will see you guys again tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be on the lookout and make sure that you are still following the channel because I did hear that they are some people are finding out that they have unsubscribed from YouTube channels. This is something that us as creators that have, talked to one another have figured out that is something that's happening. Make sure that no, what's comical is the fact that you wouldn't come up here. So I'm gonna drop the link for you again. You got one more again. Say hit the link. If you don't hit the link, you gonna be helloed from the other side, whoever you are. Because what's comical is you coming up in my chat thinking you gonna troll. And I'm at the end of the live, and I've been on here for 3 hours, baby. You will get this work. Come get this work. I'm begging you, please come get this work. I need to set up my soundboard so we could play the Jeopardy music when we sit up here and we wait for people to hit the link. Because don't have Twitter fingers on YouTube. Just hit the link and come up. Anyway, I said what I said and I stand on what I said. And because you didn't hit the link, guess what? Everybody sing it with me. Hello from the other side. See ya. You the up out of here, ho. How about that? How about that? Get your ass up out of here. Didn't nobody ask you to come over here. You decided to bring your little lumbly dumply little ass over here and mess with us. We didn't invite you. We did not invite you. And as a matter of fact, yeah, because you are helloed from the other side. So now you can pop all the ish you want to over there in the shadows. You are now in the shadow realm. Hey, Bookie. Say something else. We won't see it. Anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. It's wonderful being back. Again, I'll see y'all later on at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember to vibe high so that the bullshit don't stick. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace, everybody.